Live. I didn't break anything. I often break things. I don't try to. It just kind of happens. Look at my head is all over the place. We're gonna, you know what? There it is. I need a haircut. Everybody needs a haircut. Maybe I'm too much here. Here we go. We'll turn the key light down just a little bit because, oh my God. Oh wow. As if I wasn't pale enough. Buddy. Welcome to the KotoKai Robo-Dojo. Number 9. Got my
mute
got my
for a second.
I'm gonna mute the fuck out of Z's. He's killing us right now.
Yeah, killing it.
I got my Megatron Lego shirt.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Massive.
I love this shirt. This is a great one.
That's a
Got
good
this one
one.
from my loving wife.
Yeah.
She's precious over there playing Stardew Valley on Pocket Farm. And here we are again. We've got what looks like a normal build station. We've got a little bit of normal life over here. We've got a little bit of awesome mecha going on over here. Let's tilt the camera just a little bit over this way. As you can see, I have plenty of tasty beverages, plenty of modeling fluid for this fine evening. I got to put them in these Slurm sleeves, though. Everybody loves Slurm, right?
Yeah, it's dope.
Nah, just keep them cool.
I want to suck Slurm straight out the queen.
Let me see. So I'm not just a person talking with ghosts here. We've got nubs and we got a bunk bed.
A bunk bed. Welcome to the bunk bed.
To the I muted you, Z. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we muted you.
Wait. You're back. You're back.
No longer
I muted you. I apologize.
All good. Could you guys hear the outside noise?
There was family madness, which is
I'm surprised Mike is picking it up.
Yeah, good mic.
Oh yeah.
Rocking that Casbah. Sure you don't like it. Thinks it's not kosher.
Ronin hoodie. Check it out.
Oh. We will hold the phone.
What's that? Oh,
hold on. Check out the back.
Oh, look at that pad.
Oh, it's Chris Pabs.
Yeah. Wait.
I'm here, gentlemen.
Hey, Pabs, hold up.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
this shirt was designed by Pabs, as you can tell. Boom, right there.
I can't see shit.
Whoa.
What are you wearing? He's wearing the defect, by the way, guys.
I'm wearing the defect, by the way.
Well, the factory made a bit of a doo-doo dread and low with the logos. The logos were too low, so they are sending him a new one free of charge.
Not bad.
Nice of them.
Very nice, yeah.
I have
free
on
of charge.
This is the way. This is the way. I got it today. I really like the blacksmith. I feel like all of us are a little bit blacksmith here. Well, more Brian. He actually like blacksmith shit.
I have in a past blacksmith.
Yeah. For real.
So what's been going on? What did I miss?
None.
You missed the pre-show bro and tell. But other than that, you're welcome. Welcome to the party, my brother.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party.
I'll be working on this guy. I got some putty work that I did here on the side skirts because there are these little grenades that are included within the model that I'm just eliminating from detail on that because I feel like it's just too much embellishment.
I got rid of it.
With all the rest that's going on. And I think I'm gonna maybe I'll work on some horse forms tonight.
Ooh.
Personally,
I feel like every time I see that thing, it gets a little bit heavier. It has a little bit extra epoxy in it somewhere.
It just looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good, man. I really like that.
I like the shield, like wearing the shield back like that on the side.
I like that.
What's that?
It's got a very nice silhouette, is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. That was the whole idea. I felt like it was too compressed.
Right.
Yeah, I think I need to spray mine. I think the red is what's really kind of throwing off my creativity.
You got it.
Shit, yeah.
Gram
down, bro.
Great.
Is it too loud?
No. Tone the color down. You're
Tone
fine.
the color down.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. We're good. I feel the same way because, like, a lot of times when people are doing things like a kit bash or a customization, or you're doing some weird stuff, you start to add all these weird things together, and then you show somebody, you're like, "Look at this cool model," and like you might see it in your head, but until it's got that coat of like primer or something to kind of dull it down and homogenize it, it really doesn't come together, so like even if you can see it or even if you can't see it completely, just give it a chance.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna primer it. In the meantime, though, I'm working on this guy.
Whoa.
The RG. The RG. So I'm gonna be finishing up the rest of the armor hopefully tonight, and then get to the Sim Pro resin parts for it and those down.
I'm gonna say the RG Sazabi was such a delight to build. Absolutely.
I haven't gotten one yet, guys.
You should get it. And if you don't want to get it, I'll send you one. But
I think I get one. It's
my favorite. Has been one of my favorite builds ever. Like, cool. And the first one I sent to Pabs, like when I just had started it, and then like, hey, I got to do the whole resin thing with it. Mm-hmm. But just building the frame alone is so much fun, and it's so relaxing. It just goes together.
It looks very like articulate in regards to a frame for that small of a kit.
Yeah, it really is, and the size is pretty good. Like if all the RGs were this kind of size, I would skip master grade. I would skip high grade. I would stick with RGs
because I have the new.
He's a pretty big boy too.
It was pretty sizable.
Yep.
I've also heard that it's quite enjoyable to put together.
Yep. Has been.
Cool.
Huh. So currently, I was working on stuff, and then I did some other non-Gunpla things at home. But I did manage to put down a little bit of a chrome.
Ooh.
I guarantee you this won't freaking focus. Kind of, a little bit.
Looks damn good, Peps.
Yeah,
thank you.
Oh, look at that shine! Wow, the reflection.
Yeah. So if I don't know if you guys can see the shine, but you can legit see my face. But
I saw the reflection of your ceiling, so you're good.
Yeah.
You can see like a little bit of blue tint right there from somewhere.
But yeah, I'm seeing all. I mirror polish as a metal worker, so I know what you're looking at. Yeah,
a whole bunch.
Great.
Yeah, that looks.
Yeah, dude.
Is that all clad? What is that?
This is so it is all clad, but the gloss black base that I use is not all clad. So I use the Gaia Notes EX02 black, and then I hit it with the Gaia EX03 super gloss. Mm-hmm. And then that gives me a super glossy base. And then I tone down my pressure to about 10 or 12, and then I make the nozzle size as small as possible. And then I run about maybe 3 or 4 passes, and then after about an hour, then I do a quick polish, and then this is kind of the result I get. And this is like a regular chrome thing for me. So once this is done, once this is all dried up, we'll hit it with a clear orange, because this guy's called the Orange Demon for some reason.
Ooh.
The Orange Demon, the Orange Demon. Kind of like this color. But that's kind of me today. I have not done much apart from this. So everything's been hit by a chrome.
Work, honestly, and it's quality work. It's not about the length of time you put in, it's the quality, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
not the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean.
That's right.
Well, if you got a big boat, it makes its own weight.
Shut up, William.
Jesus.
Speaking of which,
dang.
Those knives look mighty familiar.
Mighty familiar, don't they?
Trying my creatives over here.
I literally took every weapon I had. They're all laying out on the desk right now. But
I have a few of those that I got from Sim too.
They're very nice.
Yeah,
they are great. Yeah, they're very good knives. So what'd you do to it, man, so far?
Just what you see.
How nondescript.
What have you added since we last saw it?
Nothing. I've been working on my little dude.
How's that going?
He's going well. I like him.
Yeah, because you've done quite a bit since this last
Them Nikes, yo.
But what gets me is how nice it looks with those thighs all thickened up. Everything's like tight.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The SDCS frame is such a nicely proportioned frame.
Look at that masterful focal range as well.
Right?
Well, you're like you're
job,
working the
dude.
camera perfectly.
So nice.
I've been like, I want to put like a square of yarn or something where I'm like, all right, I can only focus here. I gotta hold it here.
That's nice. Looks great. Is that with or without the backpack currently?
That's without the backpack. That's just a regular backpack.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like it more without the backpack.
Yeah, me too, man. I really do. The full armor on it is like that's a lot. It's excessive.
It's literally like the NT, right? Because like there are parts of the NT I'm like, oh, I like that, and then he puts more armor on. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like that now.
Yeah, he's going well. I was gonna work on him tonight, but we got to do the 4 horsemen. We gotta at least go somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta do something, right?
Yeah, you gotta do something.
You gotta do a little bit of something.
Going.
What the hell am I doing? So, where is your other horseman? Where is he at today?
Kyle?
Kyle's on injured. He's on the IR. He's on injured reserve right now.
Yeah, he's in the back.
In the back somewhere.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
I've been working on something psychotic and crazy, and you guys will see it if you come in to watch the streams later in the week.
Oh yeah, this is actually what I did add recently. I don't think I can put a focal point on this one.
See that focal range?
I put a walnut in front of it.
I tried the walnut.
See, I mean, I know what it is, but
yeah.
I
added a bunch of the back there.
shit.
I know it's an
Doodle Cow!
It's Doodle Cow.
It's Doodle Cow!
What's up, Kyle?
I wanted to hop on for a little bit before I try to go to sleep because I feel like shit.
Right on.
I have 2 things to show.
Watch
Quick
it.
and fast in a hurry.
Thanks for stopping in, Kyle. Appreciate it, man.
Ooh,
Current horseman.
Oh,
I put some. I know
let's
you guys
see.
mentioned primer. I put some primer.
Yeah.
I wanted to see how the
it's
details
like
were looking.
it's almost like the shadow version of the Zaku. You know, like the GM sniper has a shadow version.
Yeah.
A little bit of like Jehute vibes too from like Zone of the End stuff. So.
But here's the most important thing.
Oh, there's an important thing.
Brian will appreciate this. So, working on old. Hold on, I gotta get this together.
I want to go Kylo Ren on this shit.
On my
McThrusty McThrusterson.
McThrusterson. And look what piece is going to get added.
Ooh.
Those look mighty.
Imagine is I'm widening your chest, so here's a spacer. That's a moment. And then
Yes.
I'm gonna shape it to make it more scalable, but
So it's gonna be backwards.
No, it's gonna be the other way. Yeah,
Oh,
you said the
okay.
wrong.
one piece.
Yeah.
I might put the cover plate, I might not. So right now, before I ended up taking a very long bath to sweat out most of this bullshit, I started scaling out, making this somewhat into the size of an MG. Okay, I need to get this all oriented right now. Give me a second.
This isn't horseman related, but I like it.
It's related to everything.
Yeah, I'm not horseman related, and I'm
gonna throw some 2mm spaces in there
Ooh.
to thicken out the chest.
nice.
Yeah, man.
I might take up to 3, and then I'm contemplating splitting his chest down the middle and also expanding it. But sadly, all of his major joints, his crotch connection and head connection, fall down that. So
That's all right.
we'll see.
You just gotta be careful.
Plus his back. So his backpack's gonna get split so that the 2 sides meet together because I already have these ones cut out. But if I widen his chest, that's not gonna jive. So, but I need to make him bigger if I'm going to make him somewhat comparable to the scale that I'm trying to match. So think.
Seriously,
he's supposed to be a big boy for a 144 scale, and he's not even close to 100. So
no.
I'm gonna make him bigger.
Kyle, hear me out. What if you split it off the center axis? What if you cut it into 3 parts instead of 2 and added onto the center so you don't fuck with that location. And then you do the same spacing on that
Yeah.
backpack. So all the points still line up and you gain everything, but you don't lose. It's a little more.
That's pretty doable, considering, because if you look back here, I could follow that point and that point, those two.
Right.
Yeah,
if it's possible, it might save you some connection worry with a little bit more work on the front end. I did that on the mine layer. So.
But I do want to kind of add to the head and stuff. So maybe, and all it is just a peg. It's not even a true ball joint. I may just say, and it's also separated. So here. I told myself I'd be quick about this so I can go pass out. But now you guys got me distracted.
You ain't going nowhere, Kyle.
That's what friends are for.
My headache will kick in soon, and I'll be like, all right, deuces. Okay, no, it doesn't. I thought this was removable, but it's not. But I can easily cut around it, and then it's no longer an obstacle. So there's some pondering. And then I've got a bunch of I've twiddled through the Pinterest for gobs and gobs of source material that I want to pull from. Like there's that, there's that, and then so you guys may recognize this because it's making its rounds. I'm going to take. See the detail on the legs? I like that design, so I'm going to implement that, and I'm going to reconfigure the legs to match a similar design to... no. Oh, I got a lot of paper here.
For all these, because there's one that I've had, I want to see like a Zaku that they did, and I've had this picture saved in my phone forever.
Here we go.
If I ever build a Zaku, that's one.
Express or which
match these legs, where they're kind of like beefy high heels.
Yeah, that guy.
Making room for the boosters. So
I follow that artist as well.
Yeah, I like his artwork. I'm not going to do a direct copy, but I was going to take elements of each to kind of integrate into what I have.
You're looking for like the Otano circus of thrusters, so you just want,
Well, then I even have
thrusters.
This main unit here.
Oh, is that from the Psycho?
So yeah, the Psycho's main booster, and then these are from the full armor.
Full armor.
Unicorn.
HG full armor, right?
No, the RG.
Oh, the RG. Right.
I liked the Gatling guns that were on it, so I stole it, and I knew I was going to use these thrusters at one point, so I was like, your parts.
Your parts.
And I got one more little thing.
Your parts, Rustin, your parts.
You guys may recognize this from the pictures. How do I have this oriented?
We'll keep going in and out, Kyle section here. I like how robust your beard has gotten.
Yeah, dude.
So we're going to integrate. This is one of the 4 thrusters. So 2 of these will be like this using the main one. And they're going to connect to the Zazabee's butt to make something like that. And it's going to be a mirror image on both sides.
On both sides. Awesome.
And that's going to be his new bum.
Very nice.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I've been fiddling with this. I don't know if I'm going to have it done this year, next year, or the other year, but it'll be something I peg away as time goes on.
What? Okay. I know you missed the bro and tell, but
I think I know what the bro and tell involved. Was it McFly, Fasty Man?
Yeah. You, baby.
So now I can't use any of these parts. Thanks, Brian.
You should.
No, I was moving away from it because I wanted to have a full body Kshatriya.
Hey, Kyle,
mix. What's up?
Is that the HG? HG boosters? Okay.
HG what?
Those boosters that you are no longer using.
Oh no, these are from the MG. I have the HG boosters. The ones I specifically showed are the MG. So I have the HG as well.
Okay.
I was going to integrate the 2 of them together, but I was like, no, I want a full framed Kshatriya.
Are you using that for anything else?
I don't know. It's a lot of awesome parts in the kit because I think I'm never going to build it as it is, so it's probably going to be a parts kit. I don't know. I'll let you know. We're still in the design phase on what's happening behind him.
No, yeah.
So they
I think you and I are on the same phase at this point. It's all
Yeah.
Well, still laying
I
ground.
haven't gotten rid of the idea of them yet because what I might do is integrate. What's his name? Which Gundam is this guy again? The one with the shoulder rockets from Xeon. Here, I'll show you his backpack for this guy. Jabera, whatever.
Gabera Tetra?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I might do is make this part of his backpack along with the main, and then add some circular elements to give him more of a Xeon type of flair. Because this has got too many sharp edges. So
I genuinely thought you said succular elements.
Succulent.
yes, succular, very succulent. I gotta build a very succulent Gunpla.
I don't normally Fetty Wap, but this is my Fetty Wap build. This one that I
Fetty
want
Wap.
now. So yeah, I don't fuck with
Freddy what?
Nah, Freddy Spaghetti.
I mean, technically, you could say the Sentinels were Titan, and Titan is kind of like quasi Xeon.
When you get into those like
I don't know.
buttholes,
The fact that you're using the XS, that's straight Fetty.
They were buttholes.
Piloted by a teenager beating the shit out of all of the Xeon
everything-
remnant guys.
derivatives of the S Gundam type. So it's the S Gundam Boost prototype Plan 303E Deep Striker, and the XS, which is like the extra S Gundam. So,
Yeah. Did they ever have the Deep Striker in the in Sentinel?
they didn't make a thing other than like. Well, I don't know about the novels. Like the
Yeah, the what's it called magazine? Did they ever show it?
I was actually talking to Zach about that this morning, just a little bit, like picking his brain a little bit and like trying to figure out what I'm looking at. And like I went online and looked at a bunch of shit, and like I didn't like go and read the whole of everything, but I was just kind of like digging.
You got to get a hold of those old magazines to read most of it.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's scanlations and there's stuff like that out there. So
That's true. I've been trying to get on Age of Advanced of Zeta. Now that I've been seeing all their designs, I'm like, oh my god, I want more.
I really want to exemplary.
Yeah, the Hazen.
No, actually, with all the Hazels and Zazelis and all that, those are cool and all. I've been seeing images of like after seeing the Funries, a lot of the Zeta Sec ones, and like you can see where they prototyped off of what to get it. I was like, oh, these are pretty cool builds, like the reboot designs. And I'm like, oh man, they really need to make kits out of these, or don't, so I can use them as reference, and no one can have the same thing. So yeah, it's been kind of cool.
Who's that artist? Like that? All the pictures you were holding up.
I don't know his name.
It's a mix.
I follow him on Twitter though.
So some of that
guys? I forgot you guys were in there.
What's that?
Yeah.
What up, cat people?
Julius.
What's going on, guys?
Hendren, what's up, dude?
What am I missing? Yeah, I think I'm missing some of the chat.
Yeah, no one's
But,
really.
all right. On that note, guys, I wanted to show you my business, but it's creeping on me.
Don't
I had
die.
fun. So
jump in the tub.
I'll be fine. I just had to blow chunks, for lack of more imagery. I don't know. Something's going around the house because Amy was kind of upset with her stomach, and now I've had a bad day, so I think something's going around.
Feel better.
Get some fresh air in there.
It's modified Rona. I had fresh air. I went to the office today.
You can't get sick till I kill you. So
Wait, what?
nothing.
When is that going to happen?
I hope you feel better soon, Kyle. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
I don't want you to die by someone else's hands. Got it, Babs. Got it.
I pulled the Vegeta. Hey, Vegeta.
You can't die until I kill you. All right. Well, I'm gonna dip. You guys have a good one.
Later, guys.
Build more models and everyone in the chat.
Build more models.
Build more models. Yeah.
Models.
Run the banner. I gotta run the banner.
Oh, yeah. Get the banner. All right. I'm gonna do my own transition fade.
Mine's pretty beautiful. I'm just gonna say.
I got beautiful transitions.
I got beautiful. They're called stingers. I got beautiful stingers.
Look at my
Speaking of transitions,
Look at the beautiful
Oh,
stickers.
that's tough.
Yeah,
I got round one.
Oh, nice.
That's fucking tough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
made by Holy Mountain Printing.
Hey,
Produced by Holy Mountain Printing. It is the
Fucking
G1 KotoKai Build Fast, Drink Hard, No Mercy stickers.
yeah,
They remind me of old school Pogs.
yeah.
With the size? Yeah.
Yeah, the size and like the circle and everything.
Yeah, so I'll be having these. I'll have these. I haven't figured out exactly how or what the fuck I'm doing. So
Dope.
it's a work in progress. I'm a hot mess in progress, friends. I am dumpster fire in fuego.
But it's dope.
Eventually, I'll find some way to get some of this cool stuff out to you guys. And potentially, I'll be able to have some form of wearables. Sort of soon. We're working on that in the background, right, guys? Yeah. Got a good group of friends to work with. Thank God.
You know me. I like me hoodies.
I like me hoodies.
If you make a hoodie, I will buy one.
I like hoodies too. I like hoodies. I like sweatshirts. I like t-shirts. I like long sleeves. I like the athletics or the 80s athletic style with the extra sleeve on the side thing. That's tight. I like athletic shirts, wife beaters. I like
Henleys. He likes Henleys.
I like Henleys.
Here you go. What the fuck that is?
What, you don't know what
With the fucking KotoKai on the chest?
It's like a shirt with like two buttons.
Yeah,
right
it's like
here.
a two-button shirt.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. It's almost like a rugby shirt, almost.
Almost no collar though.
No collar, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, with the I know that.
Hey, Pat, by the way,
Hey, that's super late 90s, guys. Way to represent.
now, I think you might have it. Remember you were saying that you can't reach the knob?
Yeah, it's like right inside the shock mount.
No, so take a look. You put it the other way.
Oh, for real?
So unscrew it out, take it out, and flip it. Because look, my knob is right here.
Well, that's messed up, dude.
Well, they're not gonna tell you the hacks right away.
Well,
You gotta
I followed the instructions to the detail.
don't follow the instructions.
Yeah, never follow the instructions. Like
Well,
if
now I know.
you look at the picture on the manual, it shows it right.
Okay,
Did the
so
instructions come from the other side of the earth? Because that means that they're supposed to be read upside down.
Yep.
so just flip it. Do I just flip it?
Yeah, you can't do it now. Like you're gonna have to unplug it, unscrew it out, and then do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be fixed by Friday.
There
I'll
you
probably
go.
do it on Friday.
Nice to in the pre-show.
Yeah.
I use
Not bad. Not bad for $40 mic.
It's
I have an Audio Technica.
Oh,
It's pretty decent. Yeah. The mount, like I broke the bands in the mount like 2 days in.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a hodgepodge of like rubber bands and shit in there right now. But it's good. It like reads me from here, and you guys don't have to yell. Even though I do.
Did you guys have you guys heard of the RTX voice thing going around? Okay, so it's essentially it only works with NVIDIA graphics cards, right? And it's essentially an add-on, and it reads your voice, and the AI learns what the sound of your voice is or what your voice sounds like, and it'll mute everything else.
What?
And it will only pick up your voice.
Dude, that is nice.
I have been considering because right now I have an RX 580. It's getting pretty old, but imagine being able to stream while you use your paint booth or running your Dremel.
New York City
sounds.
and
Yeah,
fire sirens running back and right.
it immediately it learns. It goes, oh, that's not your voice. Let's block that out.
Yeah.
And it works a little too well because it's everything, like all the noises. Just
Bro, that's like a fucking green screen for your voice.
yeah. It's
So ideally, like that's what noise canceling, like high-end noise canceling has.
It's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
but it's pretty sick. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be like one of those super high end graphics cards. As long as it's an RTX, it'll work.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about switching over and giving that a shot so that I can actually show you guys how I paint, or without having to worry too much about the extraordinary amount of noise this booth makes.
Just don't worry about it anyways.
Yeah, but
Hey, speaking of microphones and sound, Julio, are you on an iPhone? Or no? Well, actually, it doesn't matter. So I ordered these lav mics, and I got 2 of them. And they're for like, so you can use them for a phone, or you can put a USB adapter, or whatever. I'll send you one, so that way you can just wear it and plug it to your phone.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Your audio will be better.
Computer. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like trying to get out all the 200 plus stickers I need to send out.
God. Just.
Yeah. So I boxed up all of Manny's stuff, which is going out finally.
Nice.
And yeah, so he's getting his airbrush. So don't buy that stupid Iwata Neo.
Yeah. So for some reason, Tim was telling me off about this. It is Iwata for it was Neo for Iwata. It's not made by Iwata.
It's not made by Iwata. Nope.
No, it's for Iwata. It was made for them to brand it, but it's not. Yeah.
Yes, Hendren, I'm finally working on something.
He lies. He's not working on. He's working on his coffee.
Let's I didn't say hey to the guys. What up, everybody? Hey Andrew, good to see you. Hey Wilbish, what's up? How you guys doing? It's been a mess. We're always a mess. Welcome quarantine.
Yo, I am ridiculously proud of myself today, by the way. I didn't know if I was gonna tell everybody the story, but I'm gonna tell it anyway because fuck.
All right.
So the way my house is set up, there is a bathroom upstairs and downstairs, which is pretty normal for most American houses, right?
Split level style, or what's the deal?
So it's a town home.
Which split foyer or? Sorry,
you're making me think. It's right.
There was a little kid
room downstairs and a master bedroom upstairs.
No, it just depends. Like, so split foyer is like where I grew up. There's a split foyer where your main level, like the entry level, is a tiny little level, and there's a split foyer up and down. You go down to the lower level, and then up to an upper level.
Yes, that is it.
That is exactly what it is.
Cool. Right.
Okay, duplex. Yes.
No, duplex is a dual house within one
level four. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. Yep.
Anyway, so we have a bathroom downstairs, which is essentially the downstairs is my area, but it's where I do all my work and video games, blah blah blah, whatever.
I hear you.
None of that is allowed upstairs. So the bathroom over here, the faucet has been leaking. So not leaking where it's leaking onto the thing, it's leaking into underneath the vanity.
Right. Which is still trouble.
Which is trouble, yeah. Because so essentially we didn't notice it until now. So the bottom of the vanity is all like messed up and all that stuff.
Sure. I assume there's.
Yeah, and obviously we can't call a plumber to come down and fix it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll fix it myself. So I worked from 6 a.m. today until 4 p.m. And then after 4, I started working on this thing. And literally, as you guys went live, I finished it.
Hey, good shit, Babs.
Yeah, I got this nice little waterfall faucet on there now, and man, I'm so proud. My hands.
Oh yeah, you went to work.
I went to work.
Or did you do a resin upgrade on it?
I did use a little bit of plumber's putty.
Yeah, get that putty in there, bruh.
Yeah, so I guess close enough, right? So,
yeah.
I was super proud, man. Like, there's no more leaks. It looks great, but now my wife wants one for upstairs. So I'm.
There you go. Hey, make sure you get one of your stickers and slap it on the side somewhere.
Yeah, right. Oh gosh, but yeah. So that's kind of that's taken up the most of my evening, and I could have done a lot more. I think I would have put down this orange clear if I hadn't done that, but I did manage to actually do some real life work, and it felt pretty good.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that's real life modeling.
Yeah.
Well,
with my hands, there's no 3D printing allowed.
Ain't no 3D printing with your faucet, stupid.
So a week ago Monday, I didn't talk about this because it sucked, but a week ago Monday, I had to deal with the aftermath of a similar thing where my landlord spoke to me a week prior to that and said, hey, yo, he lives below me in the apartment below me in the house, and was like, yo, it looks like your toilet is kind of like there's a leak, it's a seal or something problem with the seal. And there has been issues with the bathroom floor and all that. And it's like there was nothing below that before in his apartment, but now he's building a kitchen. So he's like excavated the wall and the ceiling and all this stuff. He's like, he noticed the situation. Right. Yeah. So I was like, no big deal. We'll fix it. He's like, yeah, we're going to go through a new wax ring, blah, 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 bada, bada, bada. Simple, normal replacement shit. So comes up to the spot. We unseat the toilet, do all the stuff, pull it out, replace the wax ring, lay down a whole layer like sealant down and all this stuff, let that shit cure, put the toilet down, set it all back up, hook it all back up, happy-go-lucky, everything's fine down below, all things are good. About a day after that, I noticed like a little bit of like blue liquid on the ground below the tank. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So things carry on, a couple of days go by, and it gets a little bit worse, and it's getting worse. And I'm like, all right, so something is leaking from the tank through the basin. It's not coming from the floor up, thankfully, but it is coming from the top down. So I put a little vessel down there, a little takeout dish thing down there, kind of collect it, see what the fuck's going on. I watch it going, it gets worse and worse and worse. What it comes down to is me having to replace the hardware because a prior fix-it job was just it was wrong.
Yeah,
it was really bad. Somebody just like didn't connect all the hardware properly and then tried to seal it up on the back end with caulking inside the tank. So all the toilet back and forth, broke that shit loose. Anyways, I had to replace it anyhow. So I'm doing this stuff. I replaced take the one side of the hardware out, no big deal. And the other side is like rusted solid with a broken head inside that you couldn't tell because it was through all this caulk that I had to like cut away inside the tank of the toilet. Now we have this housing that goes around the toilet. It's like a piece of furniture, right? That like sits over the toilet on the two sides and everything. So I have like about this much space on top of the tank. Julio is silent.
No, I muted myself because I was using the Dremel.
Yeah. I have like about this much space on top of the tank to fit my fucking arm through and get down inside and do all the. Anyways, I ended up having to hacksaw this bolt apart to pull the tank off the toilet and replace it, which should have been only taken like 25 minutes, but because the person before me fucked it up. Do it right the first time.
Yes, absolutely.
This thing is a whole different like level of awesome.
Yeah, when it comes to DIY, don't do it badly.
Yeah,
you gotta get it right. Get it right.
Never do it badly.
Take your fucking time, please.
Hey, what's up, Josh?
Hey, is that a VFX 10 Viper? What's up, dude? Mr. Moon himself.
5 years ago, all the renovations yourself. When I buy my house, I'm calling you, bro.
You can't be advertising like that, man. Everyone's just gonna call you, hey, Hendren.
I can't fucking wait to have house problems,
dude.
No.
Give it to me. Yeah, me and you both. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It is terrible. Having house problems is terrible because you realize you can't blame it on anyone but yourself.
No, but you can fix it.
Yeah, you own it. Yeah, but you have the full power, right? I mean, so I don't own this place, but I still did the repair work on this.
Yeah. The landlord should give you $5.
Yep, exactly.
Look at that Sazabi. So initially, I did not like the RG Sazabi's chest just because the MG's chest is just so prominent, right?
Yeah.
And the RG chest is very compressed and a lot smaller. But the more you look at it, the more you realize that the MG is not in proportion to itself at all.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the RGs is, and it looks lovely. Man.
They both look good though.
They do. They really do, man. Oh, God.
They really
so
do.
My real master grade, actually, that's the one I sent to Julio. The one that I have, I found out is the knockoff.
Get the fuck out of here!
You gave me the Bond?
Yeah, I got the Debon one, and you know, I built it like it didn't have a box; it just had the instructions and shit. And I never noticed it. I built it. Finally, I'm like, man, this plastic feels so goddamn different.
Oh,
and then I got my Hainu and looked at that. I'm like, and I did that when I didn't know anybody. It was first I got into Gundam, so I built that Hainu. And yep, lo and behold, both of those are the Bond.
What?
So I'm like, I mean, hopefully they're the same goddamn thing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna paint them and put them on the shelf anyway.
Some people are gonna be pretty mad at you. Be like, "Oh my God, this guy supporting bootleggers."
Supporting bootleggers.
Oh God, I can't believe they did that to my.
Get all your bootleggers from the Gundam store.
Never coming there again.
What up, Adam?
Hey, there he is.
Adam.
What up, Adam?
Stop talking. He can't hear me.
Shut up. No, so I have the whole.
But since we're talking about this Sasabi, like, so my plans, I told Pabs a little bit, but my plans for this bad boy are, so I'm doing this simultaneously. I'm going to do this and the RG new both with the resin upgrades, right? And the art. This is gonna get a Ziki paint job, which is the World War II Japanese Zeros. So it's gonna have that gray green paint job with like the Aotoki blue inside and whatnot. And the new is gonna get the F4F Wildcat paint job.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! I didn't see Josh.
But then beyond that, I'm gonna go back to this guy and build a Dio, and actually build a 140, hopefully 1/144 scale, AM620, do the same paint job, and have it kind of like flying overhead, as a tribute to Miyazaki and his last film, The Wind Rises, which was about the Zero and his obsession with flight.
Deep cuts with Z. What the hell, dude?
Deep cuts.
Yes,
Dude, I really like it.
He's going for it.
Yo, Z, did you see that camphor that was painted up like that Jamaican fighter plane, or I think it was like African fighter plane?
I have
It
not.
was dope. It was like beige and blue, a little gray.
See,
Real nice.
I would love
Yeah.
that. And
I'll
that's
find it. I'll send it to you.
the future of all my builds is going to be. I think everything moving forward, whatever I build, I'm going to add a plane build to that as part of just the showpiece itself. Because I love both. I love, doing jet planes and old World War II planes. And if I'm going to be doing that, I might as well combine the two loves.
You see my Gyaradoga, right, Z?
What's that?
You see my Gyaradoga, right, Z?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, let me grab it right here.
Grab it.
You gotta get out of the case.
You are in for a treat.
No, Hendren, you will, because that's kind of the direction I'm going into, because I just really want to be able to do the gun stuff and do the planes. I have, I have plans for my Top Gun Dio. And like I said, once I have that space, it's just going to be 100 miles an hour forward. And that's the plan, man. I just look back at all my old planes and cars and stuff, and I'm just like, God, that's where my heart is.
Yo, Z, I have a Rizel. You know the Rizel from Universal? Send me a plane and I'll paint it that way,
dude.
On the Rizel.
Okay, you got it.
I like that. I'll join in on this.
Dude, it's
fighter planes.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty cool concept. Kind of like, and I told Paps about it. So for like the RG, the new and the Sazabi, basically in the Battle of not Midway but Pearl Harbor, and then kind of like the Pacific Theater in World War II, it was the F4F Wildcat is the plane that dominated. Was the only plane that was able to dominate the Zeros. The Zeros were technologically way more advanced, and the fighters in the beginning were a lot better fighters, the pilots. But the Americans captured the Zero and finally figured out a way to defeat it, which was like the overhead fighting type versus trying to keep up with its agility and speed and in an actual kind of dogfight. And I think it's like the RG new versus the Sazabi, kind of the two planes that fought each other. I think it's a cool little idea put together.
Yeah.
It's a cool homage.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Put it on the big screen.
Reminds me of Optimus Prime in the Dark of the Moon.
Oh, the Dark of the Moon. We got to transform here.
We got to transform here.
Junior. All right. This was my Gira Dog Fighter. I made this for like a little friendly build-off with an old squad I used to kick it around with called the MS Royale. It's what I got into before I got into Alex's Discord, which is a long time ago. Anyway, I basically took a Revell Messerschmitt ME262.
Oh yeah.
And kit bashed it here with some elements of the Gyaradoga.
Yeah, boy.
I see, dude. I see it. Now I see the engines, the wings, the rear, the tails. Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, so I just kit bashed that into that, and then I made this out of spare cockpit parts and whatever. I made this, and this is like the nose cowl for the Messerschmitt. I made this, and this is like some pen components from like a Bic pen and stuff. I just made this like Gatling bazooka to throw on those.
That's dope.
The GBA used this for one of their promotional photos. This was like one of my first like baby steps into like people being like, "Oh, you do stuff. Oh,
you do things. You make stuff.
Yeah.
You
Every
craft.
now and then.
yeah." I was like,
Well, that's
I like this.
Chris this
So
morning. I was like,
I painted the frame like a ghost gray, like heavy contrast, and then I did like a bunch of like copper details on that, and that like really made that frame pop out. But it was like when I was just really like starting to get into doing like more of a completed polish build.
well, that's kind of where I'm at in my head right now too. Where if I really feel motivated, the Sotheby and the new are going to be. I'm going to do somewhat weathering on it based on the weathering of the World War II fighters, like just kind of tied together, right?
Yeah.
I actually ordered some templates from Germany or something to kind of get the right salt weathering, like the sea weathering, right? And because it's a whole different way of painting. As much as I love doing clean builds, I don't want to be all like battle damage and all that, but I just want to like show use, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot. We'll talk. We got to talk more, like after the fact, like not maybe here on live stream. I know a handful of things that might be able to help out from what I've read in my books. I like to read the books.
For sure.
So,
like I literally spent like a week and a half researching.
I know, Manny. That book,
zero. I was just like because that color is just such a. It wasn't even available till like maybe I think 3 years ago when Tamiya was like, yeah, okay, fine, we'll release official Imperial Japanese Navy colors. And then like Gaia and whatnot all started doing the same thing. They released them for like the U.S. Navy World War II colors, things like that. Because up until then, everybody was like, if you look online, like in the IPMS community, people fight like angry, like friendship ending fights over the right color of
Jesus.
like that's a joke, I know, but they seriously do. And all that stuff, it does matter in a way, and I respect that it does matter in those communities because, like, I respect those communities. I started building models when I was like a little man, and I first got into like military models, like planes and jets and stuff like that, and then I got into like NASCAR because they're like super detailed models and like monster trucks and whatever.
Here's an example of a World War II Gaia paint.
Hold up, let's give the show.
Yeah.
There you go. So this is a World War II Navy, medium blue. And then they also have, oddly enough, and not a lot of people know about this, they also have a railroad series. And I have never used this.
Oh, wow.
No,
look at this. Yeah, look at this. It's like
never used.
Never used, bro. Look at it. It's never open. I've not sniffed this or nothing. Like,
shit.
But it's very.
So early on in the war, Nathan, it was the F4F Wildcat, which was the very first kind of like predecessor to like F5F and the Corsairs, right? Like later on, as you kind of progressed, the war progressed, and kind of once the Pacific Theater was over and it went over to the Western Front, you saw more of the P-51, the P-50D, the P-51D, P-52 was more the Korean War, or P-51D was more the Korean War, P-51A and C were World War II.
These were the escorts for the bombers.
Yep, exactly. And you had the like the Hawkers, you had the Typhoons, right? The Warhawks, all amazing fucking planes. Like if you just, I can legit like look at military planes from the World War II era, like for weeks upon weeks. They're just like, and then what it took to fly them, right? What it took to fly them. You look at it, you're like, how did these people like open canopy at 10,000 feet or meters, whatever? They're getting shot at. They don't have any oxygen. Like it was, and everything is manual. There's no autopilot.
Exactly.
How
many times have you watched Memphis Belle?
Yeah.
See, how many times have you watched the Memphis Belle?
So Memphis, a long time ago. Last night I finally watched Midway, which wasn't a great movie, but like visually, I thought it was pretty awesome.
Sure.
I'm probably gonna throw on 1917 tomorrow night.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, like that's what I want to watch. And
so good.
Kind of work my way back to the other movies. But Memphis Belle was awesome.
Dude, I watched the Memphis Belle like 50 to 70 times when I was like 15. So I love the shit out of that movie.
Yeah, great movie, man.
In terms of historical war movies, I think for me, being where I was raised, it was always the Bridge Over the River Kwai.
Oh, dude, yeah, Bridge Over the River Kwai. Also, one
movie.
of my favorite movies from when I was a kid.
What a beautifully shot movie. Oh my
you want to go even further back? Like I remember this movie, and it's not a great movie, but it's a super nostalgic movie. All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! Such
we went back there. Holy crap!
I'm telling you, dude.
Oh man, I mean, you know, your parents are into this shit, and so you watch this shit, you get into it. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, my parents are not. Like it was just me. I've always been like that's where I get nerdy. Like you know, with that kind of shit, like history, especially kind of like military history, because it's just like nowadays. Like I tell people all the time, like military people nowadays don't know the reason they're fighting. Back then. You knew
there was a goal. There was a
right. There was a reason you went to war, and there was a reason you were motivated to give it your all.
These days, it's like you're going over here. Okay.
Yeah, like all right, sure, why not?
Sure. A little off topic, but Adam, if you get some of these virtual on colors right here, man, I would be very grateful. Like these guys right here. Look at this purple, man. Oh, so you can get one. I love purple, man.
No, I stopped my Dremel so that you can get the Temjin blue. Get that Temjin blue, Adam.
Get the Temjin blue, yeah.
What?
Like these virtual on colors are gorgeous. Like seriously.
I need it.
Hendren, I don't know if it's called The Last Dance because Last Dance is like the Bulls like documentary, but there is a dogfight documentary also. It's called Angels and Wings, something like that. And it's
with wings?
Angels in the outfield? Is that one?
No, not that. No, Angels in the outfield. But yeah, if there is a movie called The Last Dance, it's animated dogfight, I'll watch it for sure.
Pabs, don't you ever bring up that movie again.
If you guys can see me right now, I know it's on the other camera, but I'm flapping my arms right now. There it is. You can see it.
Wasn't that Doc from Back to the Future? Wasn't he in that movie?
Christopher Lloyd? No.
And Angels in the Outfield? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he was. Was he?
He was.
He was. Yeah.
I think he was. I think he was like the angel guy who was all like.
I'm no Scientologist, but I want to say that he's probably in that film.
Goodness.
Yeah.
What was that movie? What was that movie where the little kid he gets hurt and his arm heals real tight and he starts pitching?
Dude, that's the classic, the Cubs, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
That mother loving. That you know that's what's his name, right? American Pie. That's the dude.
Jason Biggs?
Not Jason Biggs, the other dude, the guy who was with like Tara Reid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he was a kid.
Yeah.
When he was like a little kid.
He still lives in Chicago, and he actually like kind of like plays a little bit of music. So you randomly would find him at a dive bar just playing songs on stage.
Being a regular ass person.
Being a regular person.
Heaven forbid. We're all people. Wild. So I need to work on this horse, my dudes.
I love baseball.
I don't understand baseball.
What?
The horse.
But you understand dudes kicking a little ball around the court.
Hey, see, I was right. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Christopher Lloyd was the angel.
Soccer's dope, though. I like soccer.
There's a reason why it's called the beautiful game.
Beautiful
game.
Are you talking about golf, man? Are you talking about golf? So that's a beautiful game,
bro. No. No.
I like soccer. I wish I was more into soccer because I didn't get into soccer until like I was much older and kind of be like World Cup, yeah, like I want to get in on this.
I love how when World Cup comes around, everyone is a football analyst. They're an analyst, bro. Oh, this we. Who is we, man?
I love how when World Cup comes around, everyone is a football fan.
Yeah.
It's true. Pabs, your favorite movie is Green Street Hooligan?
No, it is not. My favorite, like football movie. Ooh, I don't know, man. I'm not
Bend it
sure.
like Beckham.
No.
Oh my god, it's probably the longest meter, right?
The longest meter? No,
longest
there's no equivalent to the longest yard, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, exactly. There you go. Thank you. Thank you for picking up on that.
All right,
Wow.
Nathan, I thought I answered, but it's the F4F Wildcat. That was the original. So
See, I'm a fan of the F4 UJ Phantom. The Phantom is
Vietnam,
my jam.
The F4 Phantom, the black diamonds. Ooh,
have like a beautiful Hasegawa Phantom model kit.
That's a great kit.
Yep. I know. I have the Revel Corsair too. If you want to do like the World War II thing, so I'll do like a Corsair. It's like at a 30. I think it's a 32nd scale, maybe.
The 132nd is huge. And you could probably get the Rebel one pretty cheap. But
the 40.
The Corsair. But I have the F14. I have the F18 right now. I have the A10 Thunderbolt, the Warthog.
Yeah, the Warthog, right.
Yeah, I have
everybody's favorite. Yeah,
and I have the F16. They're all 148 scale.
Right.
But the Phantom, so Academy makes like 4 variants, like the J, the F, the E, all that. So and a lot of the modern planes, I try to buy them in the Marine Corps variant, just because I was in, so
hey,
so it's my
hoorah and all that.
Hoorah, yeah, that's one of my the Phantom and the Intruder. I also love the Intruder. The A6E.
Fucking tight.
Yeah. The dumbest plane that just literally used to drop bombs. I was like, what the hell? But it's still
in a way they're kind of old. That's all.
They're super old, and
that's all they're used for. Ultimately,
right?
You have like this cool, we play our games and stuff and have that fun time. But most of the time, it's just like flying high and hitting with precision.
Bird flying high. How I feel.
Trying to figure out the body of this, right? So I took a piece of foam core. Right, I had this idea. I took a piece of foam core. I folded a piece of printer paper over it. Right, and I've got my guy here. It's like a giant bronking bull of sorts, drunk bars. So I think
my horse is going to be completely scratch built.
Yeah, of course. It's me. Fuck,
it's me.
Thanks, Adam. This will be at your store hopefully pretty soon once I get the Neo Zeon done at some point in time. Who knows when, though.
So I'm thinking.
I want to send stuff to the store. Can I send stuff to the store?
Yeah, we should send our ASDs, Julio, when we're done.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I'm like changing my color scheme, so I want to powwow with you.
So we'll have Brian's SD Neo Zeon Sinanju. We'll have Julio's SD Unicorn. We'll have my SD Sinanju and Neo Zeon, and then we'll have Tim's HG Unicorn.
Tim's HG Unicorn.
In here right now.
Yeah,
I'm
so just appreciate it.
Everything I build, I don't have room for it, so whenever I finish a project, I'm just gonna send it to you.
You should. That's what Colleen is saying. She's like, "What are you going to do with these projects now that you're done with them?" And I'm like,
legit. I don't know anymore.
There's a museum down in Florida.
Over to hype. We're in the same apartment, so.
There's a museum down in Florida called USA Gundam Store.
What the fuck am I going to do with this,
dude?
Have it chase something else.
Yeah, that thing is dope.
I know it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful little fun, violent, like custom monster. But I had a great time building it. I almost want to give it to Tom and Nina and have them like auction it off and then just take the proceeds for their podcast, because they're doing this amazing Gundam podcast. If you guys don't know about the Gundam Mobile Suit Breakdown, the Gundam podcast, that there's a couple of kids here. They're not really kids. They're in their mid-30s or whatever. They're here in Brooklyn.
Those are kids.
Shut up, Pebs. I know I'm 40. Okay?
No, I'm 30. Those are kids. We're kids.
You're kids. Okay, you're all kids. We're all still kids. Okay.
We children, man.
Anyways, so they're on like Apple, they're on, I don't know if they're on, I think they're on Spotify, but they're on Stitcher, and they do a Mobile Suit Breakdown, which is a podcast where they talk about not just every episode of the series, but they also go into the fit and fiddlings behind the scenes. So they talk about UC Gundam. They go through the entire series, episode by episode, or in blocks of episodes, and they talk about the relationship of those episodes to what's happening in the time, or relationships to the context with which the Japan and America and the world powers and everything, like how these things are related to everything. It's very, very like expanding, like mind wise, and it's awesome because they're so charismatic and they're really good. Like to
That's
listen
cool.
to.
I like that. Like I like
That sounds cool. Like if they go in depth, they do deep dives.
Yeah, extreme. Everything is a deep dive, and it's not even that. They bring in like psychologists and astrophysicists and stuff, and they talk about the physics behind the things, the mental things behind what happens to all these kids with their head trauma. Like, why are these people doing all this crazy stuff? Like the real like deep shit that goes into what is behind the like fantasy robot magic stuff that's on the front, and it's really, really cool. So I subscribe to their Patreon. You guys can do that too. If you do, you can get access to their Discord. That's what that particular build is, because we're doing like a little group build off for the Violent, because right now they're going through Zeta and they're doing like a fucking phenomenal job. So Camille, and that's why
I want to check it out.
I'm selling the Mobile Suit Breakdown for what it's worth. They're just, I like those guys. I would consider them friends, and we're all here in Brooklyn struggling to make world sense.
Nice.
Sense of the world.
That's kind of like the same thing. Like, when you watch The Watchmen, like everyone's like, oh, that movie was so dumb, or I don't get it. It's like, if you understand the history behind all of it, it's actually an amazing.
The problem with the movie is it's not the graphic.
Yeah.
Right. Agreed. I just felt like in general, like most people are like, what the hell was this movie? What did I just fucking watch? It's like, but if you read the graphic novel and you understand like when it was written, you would appreciate the fact that it's just on the big screen. Like, we get a movie.
Even if like you just enjoy movies, it's a good movie.
Yo, I know that feeling very, very, very well. There was this one franchise that was struggling that they managed to pick up, and they got this amazing actor named Mark Wahlberg.
Shut
How do you mother for me, okay?
He played like this really great like engineer, but had enough time to work out to have like 24-inch pythons,
Wait. Is this franchise about robots?
It's about giant transforming robots.
Oh man!
And he had this name.
Perhaps you're doing Legotron, Shane. Shane.
Classic name called Cade Yeager.
Cade Yeager.
That movie was horrible, but I appreciated that we finally got a classic Optimus Prime.
Because
Michael Bay just kills
I don't know if you guys, because I know a lot of you guys were turned off by the Bay former movies, but if you guys watch like the first 5 minutes of Bumblebee,
it's all better.
Dude,
it's all better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I finally watched that movie a couple months ago, and I was just blown away. I was like, that's what I wanted to see.
That Optimus Prime, that Bumblebee, that Soundwave, and that what is the
Hold up, Soundwave?
Yeah,
Soundwave's in it.
The classic Soundwave.
You see Bumblebee?
Yeah.
No, Brian.
Soundwave. On the other hand,
have you seen Bumblebee the movie?
No, I haven't seen Bumblebee the movie.
The first 15-20 minutes of that movie are incredible.
It's literally war on Cybertron.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie's good too.
Yeah.
For that 20 minutes?
Sure.
I can't buy John Cena as a bad guy, but well.
Yeah, me either.
Here we are. We're here.
Oh, come on.
So are you saying that you can't see him?
Oh, that guy. You
Yeah,
want to give him a
Brian,
hug.
you got to see the beginning of that movie. It's really good.
What is his name?
Yeah, Sandman. Sandman is amazing too. Yeah, Sandman was an amazing graphic novel.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I have like so much of, and the Wake, like not even just like Sandman, but if you just read the Wake from Sandman series, like that mini part of it, big brain PP style.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's when like
Oh, I don't know. Thank you, Julio, for laughing at me because I am.
Well, that's why I kind of like the comic book of that era.
Yo, that's my new style. Big brain PP style. That's it. It's over.
Wait for the dance. Just wait till the dance comes out for the big brain PP style. The big brain PP style dance. God damn, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry.
What was that? Neil Gaiman, right? Neil Gaiman for Sandmans. The Gaimans.
The Sandman was good. I mean, Vertigo. I don't know if it's that part. Is it part of the same kind of arc or world or not? But Vertigo was also, which was kind of like Constantine is like based off of Vertigo, isn't it?
When you talk about DC Vertigo,
Yeah, it's all DC.
which is like Preacher and yeah.
Yeah, that was also a
The
great.
Preacher series.
Preacher's good.
Tight.
That show, I haven't seen the whole show yet, but I've heard.
And everything that you guys have mentioned, I absolutely adore.
Yeah, I mean, this is all the stuff that I'm like hype on, like jive on my shit. Like I had like a Hellshock the fucking Hellshock shirt, from from the whole series. Oh man, I love that. Hellshock was tight.
Man, fuck, I have the collected volumes. I forgot to. It might have been called Extinction or Extermination. It was an incredible series, man.
The last couple of graphic novels I read were actually not really graphic novels. They were just collections. It's nothing indie or anything. It was a DC comic. It was The Blackest Night and Green Lantern Rebirth.
Okay.
Now Green Lantern Rebirth was something special.
I like the end of the Green Lantern because I have all those, the Fall of Hal Jordan. I have all of that shit from back in the day.
It's beautiful,
like,
beautiful.
So much. I don't think they're here. I think they're actually in storage. But.
Beautiful story. But The Blackest Night was, so I guess.
Good, but a lot of people like The Blackest Night.
It was alright, I guess.
I love to see the fall of all that is good. That's just maybe it's just part of my character. So I got this book when I was in college, and as you can see, I beat it up. It's called Maximum Black. I don't know if you guys ever met this or not met this guy. Have you ever seen this guy? His name is Timothy Bradstreet, and he did work for Vampire the Masquerade.
You see, like part 2's coming.
Yeah,
he does a lot of amazing work with this product called Zipatone that people don't really use too much anymore because of the advent of tablet work. But it's like a paper that you can put a chemical on that causes texture to be like to be revealed. So like you put like a chemical on it and it gives you like a straight one directional shading. If you put another chemical on, it gives you another directional shading, right? It's kind of weird like that. But it was like to help with illustrative stuff. So he started doing, work with, god damn it, it's so good. So you can see the tones in the shading and this guy eating like chow mein up here.
Yep.
Right. So that's done by painting with a chemical or like an acid mixture on a paper to give it that like, kind of shading.
Is it almost like metallic etching?
Not even. It's just like it's like the way that the paper is made. It gives you like these like options. It's old stuff. I don't know if it exists anymore, but this is all things that I used to like.
Yo, can you make yourself big so I can see?
Yes, I'm sorry. I suck.
It's cool, man. It's cool.
Trying to like participate here. We go.
Yeah, dude.
So you get like the light, dark tones, right? You can get the shading, the gradients within that because like that is like all cross hatching, shading, and then like standard like technique style. It's using this is also a pretty tight one here. It's like a mix.
It's tough, yeah.
So you can see like all the gradient tones, like from light to dark, and all that. Yeah, this guy used to do a bunch of cool stuff. Oh man, the crow. He's got some. This is some stuff from here. You go. This is from the Crow Steve Angel.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, ink style.
back there.
What's that?
I said, look at Iggy Pop back there.
Oh yeah, right. Here's another one. There's another Crow, and then this is some Clive Barker over here. Some
Dude,
Clive Barkers.
It kind of reminds me of this guy from Preacher, Steve Dillon stuff. I think that's his name, right? No, is that his name?
Steve Dillon?
Steve Dillon? What's the dude who did Preacher? My brain is the worst.
Did Preacher Comics?
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Yeah, Steve Dillon. It looks similar, but more like monotone.
This is all. I mean, this book was published in. Well, I mean, who knows when it was signed, but who knows when it was signed? It was published in 1998. So.
They're similar style though. I really like it. It's like hyper surreal. Really enjoy it, my guy.
See, in the 90s is when you got a lot of the experimental, like weird kind of printings and whatnot. Like I used to love, like I used to love the comic book covers that had like the blood or other effects on it where you rubbed it and it kind of like disappeared or showed up.
Oh, sure. Or like the Wolverine, like the chrome effects and stuff from the Death of Wolverine when he lost his adamantium.
Right,
I have those, like they came with foil embossing and like all this crazy shit.
Like all that stuff they used to do. Like now they just give you like 75 different artist versions of the same cover.
Yo, he's got a monster on his lap.
I was like, come on, man.
My wife just handed the dog over, like, just here you go. I don't know.
Like, you know what we'll do? We'll have 80 of these dudes draw a different cover, and we'll sell the same exact fucking book 80 times to the same dude. All right. And I am that dude. I'm like, oh, I gotta have every one of them.
The graphic novel I read recently that was phenomenal is called Extremity from Skybound. Incredible.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it was. Let me see if I put a link somewhere. Can I put a link somewhere?
Handren, it's a Pomeranian.
Oh, it's pups.
That's a Pomeranian.
KotoKai says, who would make a good Crow if they did a remake of The Crow?
Who would make a good Crow?
Who would make a good Brandon Lee's character?
A good
Draven? Yeah.
Check out that link. I put it in on YouTube.
There it is.
Everybody needs to see that. I loved it.
Who would make
Honestly, it was incredible.
Question. Man, who would make a good fucking Draven?
It would.
That's tough because I mean that role is so synonymously linked to Brandon Lee.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So it's very tough. Anybody who takes that role is going to be criticized to hell.
Hard-bodied.
Mm-hmm.
It just
I'm
depends
going to criticize them.
It depends on how the overarching, like the theme, like how the movie making is and the cinematography and all that. What they take from the graphic. Like if you go from the graphic, because like I was crazy into Obar's work back in the day, and I know the graphic quite well, and the movie is the one that they have with Brandon Lee is a good interpretation. It's a very well received. Yeah, right. It's very palatable. It goes everywhere. Everybody can like it. You know, it's really easy.
The imagery was represented really well. Like some of the iconic scenes, you're like, that's what's in the book. I remember it, and I can picture myself looking at that exact image in the novel. So it worked out well, and I think if they do it that way again, it might work.
So I feel like they can probably the way that the story goes, it has there's a line, a trajectory that the story progresses upon, and the character's journey does all of this where it goes like really high and really, really low and all this crazy stuff. And the way that they did with Miramax, they gave it like a knight that took a good slice of the sweet cream out of the center of that Oreo, and they took the center of the sweet cream out of the Oreo, and that's what they gave to us as the movie. Right. And so that's what's okay. I feel like if they expanded that a little bit and got a little bit of the crunchy edges of both sides, like a little crunchy of what's bad about being on the highest of highs and a little crunchy about what's being bad on the lowest of lows and tied it in, I feel like that would be a little bit more present for what's going down.
Yeah.
But
The man gets a lot of flack. I'm going to say this. The man gets a lot of flack. But maybe Robert Pattinson has a good look for the Crow.
Pattinson. I mean, I don't have a problem with him.
I know. I'm saying he gets a lot of flack for some reason. But
yeah, he's not gonna work out for Batman, right? He said he's not working out.
He's not.
Nah, he's not
Why?
working out for Batman because he doesn't want to.
Why?
he's working on Batman, right?
What
yeah,
happened?
we're gonna give you a job. Oh, I don't want to do it. Like, okay, then don't. We'll give it to somebody that wants to.
Batman,
Who the fuck?
even when his first day, Batman Year One was still ripped. He had to be ripped to mess dudes up. Isn't he? So he should be working it. I don't know about the Crow.
He's not an action.
Yeah, he's not an action dude. So why do you I'm gonna pick up Batman?
Well, so Michael Keaton, right, was not an action actor.
Yeah.
He was a great Batman
He
because
was
his
good.
Bruce Wayne sold the rest,
Yeah.
and our man
Robert did the rest.
Jack
our man
Nicholson.
Burton is.
Good night, Adam.
Tim Burton, yeah.
Later, Adam.
Good night, Adam.
See you later, Adam.
Oh, yo, thank you for stopping by, Adam. Have a good night, man.
I feel like after watching The Joker,
Mhm.
Joaquin Phoenix can probably play the Crow pretty fucking well, and like get inside the head of a dude who was murdered, whose wife was raped, killed.
In front of him, while he lay dying.
He can
On the
adapt.
ground,
But he was insane, and I think you need
So-
someone like that. I think you need someone fucking insane. Just like Heath Ledger did the Joker. I think you need someone who's gonna push himself to that edge without kind of doing the Heath Ledger thing, but like kind of get into his head.
Well, what about Jared Leto?
I think Leto could maybe pull off a Crow. He's a phenomenal actor.
He didn't
Leto-
pull off Joker quite well,
No.
but I think
Joker
he
was
might
so
pull off.
He
'Cause the
was
problem-
trying so fucking hard
Well, the
to
problem with
play the Joker.
the problem with the Joker is he is a very flamboyant character. Like not in terms of look, but in terms of personality.
Yeah.
Like it's a very outward insanity, but a very psychotic inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
you know.
understand.
And the
They
way
pushed him to
Jared,
play that.
the way Jared Leto played it, he played it the opposite way. So he tried to be psychotic on the outside, and that kind of flamboyance on the inside, and it just didn't work. The look didn't work, the personality didn't work, the voice didn't work. But I think he might make a good Draven because of that quiet psychosis that he has. Is I think a good look for someone like Leto.
Yeah. I think perfectly put. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like to articulate.
They forced him to play that part that way in Suicide Squad. Like he didn't want to do that Joker, I'm sure.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's
Well,
up,
I
Craig?
think he didn't. I think he wanted to play Joker, but he didn't have the opportunity to play it on the terms that he potentially maybe wanted to play it on.
Yeah. That's
I
exactly
will
what
say that Peter brings up a good point. He is going to be an excellent Morbius.
That's true.
He's gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
Yes.
Morbius. It's way better casting. That is like right on. Like that's not his fault. You know,
Jake Gyllenhaal? Jake Gyllenhaal? He might be able to do it.
Gyllenhaal.
He might be able to do it. Yeah.
I don't mind Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. He already is Mysterio.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that movie where he was on the train? What was that movie?
On the
No, you're thinking Captain America.
No.
Passenger 51.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Let's Wesley Snipes.
He's going back in time to try to stop a bomb.
Pelham 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? No.
He keeps going back in time to try to stop a bomb. I forgot the name of it. Source code. Source code.
Butterfly effect?
Source code. Source code.
You mean the butterfly effect?
Butterfly
what
effect
you
is
mean?
incredible.
Yeah, I mean, he was also good in Donnie Darko.
What happened?
It said Jake Gyllenhaal was good in. He was in Donnie Darko. Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was amazing in Donnie.
So
No, I like Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a lot of really cool stuff. My shop did a bunch of work for Deconstructed. If you guys have seen Jake Gyllenhaal's Deconstructed, we did a bunch of prop work for that.
Oh, that's dope. Oh yeah.
It was also part of it was also filmed in the hardware store that I've been going to for 15 years by my shop.
Shit. Yo, but if you can watch Source Code, it's a good movie. Like with Jake Gyllenhaal, really good movie.
Oh, cool. And so you said he's like on a train, like in some sort of like weird time loop, trying to
Yeah, trying to stop
Cool.
the bomb from going off. Yeah, really, really good movie.
I'll check it out, dude. I like that. I like that.
I
I never knew, so I just kind of
I like those time dilation type flicks, like Butterfly Effect and whatnot.
Mhm.
The flex.
Hell yeah. Mothman.
Butterfly Effect.
It's got a very good twist. The butterfly effect.
I remember that like the Butterfly Effect and the Mothman movie came out at the same time, with Michael Keaton and Mothman, and then like the Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher, a la alma mater, Iowa, what? We don't have a lot, okay? Yes, Captain Kirk was fictionally born in Iowa, but that's not a real person, so it doesn't.
Sometimes I like to think he's Ashton Kutcher, but here we go.
I don't think that Captain James T. Kirk was Ashton Kutcher, and if he was, then my God, save us all.
Kelso is the captain of the Starship Enterprise.
Well, damn, Jackie, I can't change the weather.
Can't change the weather, Jackie. God.
She was so good as Meg, though, right? Oh
Yeah.
my God, she's so good as Meg on.
Yeah, she really is. I like Mila Kunis. She's another good actress.
Mila Kunis is tight.
I really liked her in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I really liked it in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah,
I haven't
she
seen
was
that.
cool.
It's a great movie.
That's a great
Sure.
movie.
Yeah. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yeah, I know.
Take my eyes, but not the shirt.
I can't.
You can't find something. Oh no, fellas, you can't find
Okay. I'm working on the leg. I'm assuming this goes here to kind of cover that up.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's an inner piece that's like a hook, and that connects to the middle part of that piece on the back.
Well, what runner is it on? Because I'm looking at these instructions and I can't find it.
It should be there, man. I mean, that's how mine came in.
I'll find it.
You'll find it.
Denzel Washington and time
I
dilation.
will find you.
Deja vu.
I will find it.
And I will kill you.
Yeah, Deja Vu. That was Deja Vu.
I did not see that.
No?
No, Deja Vu.
Is that the one where Denzel Washington was just constantly wearing Hawaiian shirts?
I think you're right. No. I'm thinking.
Or was that
of,
Man on Fire?
Yeah, that's Man on Fire.
He wore Hawaiian shirts in both of those movies.
There you
go. Fuck. What's that movie where was it Virtuosity?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Virtuosity is dope. I like those.
How did we get back on movies again?
This is who we are.
We're just back on movies again somehow.
Bro. Everybody.
I took my piece of paper, folded over, and I kind of like started to figure out a horsey. Wait, that's right. That's right.
Yeehaw.
Giddy up.
Fucking ha.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't like it?
I think he should ride a fucking giant stag.
A stag.
A stag.
A giant stag.
Like a big, dead, gigantic horned deer a la
or just a horned horse.
Or something.
You know?
Yeah, like the one from like one of those Maleficent.
Hey, Mav, what's up, man?
What up, Mav?
What's up?
Listen.
Listen.
Look.
Look. Listen.
You gotta have it. You gotta have the listen hat, and you gotta have the look hat.
See, the listen hat is a snapback, right? And the look hat is a beanie.
Oh, all right. I'm getting both. Both of them.
Not necessarily a beanie. Maybe if it was like knit with the small bean, with the small brow, right? With the small brow, and then like,
Look.
I'm into it.
Ma.
Linda, listen.
Ma, 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 mama, 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 mommy, me, ma, mom, mom. Oh, I just said stop. I love it.
That's the best.
It's the best because it fucking is real. That
Yeah,
is why.
yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
It is reality. I have no kids, thank God, and that's just the way it's gonna be.
And that's the way it is.
Slipner would be cool. It's Odin's 8-legged horse.
Sleipnir, yeah.
Oh, it slipped me off.
Snopnir?
Yo,
Swap it off.
look, check out the designs of Sleipnir and Sleipnir and Odin in Final Fantasy 8, 12, and 13.
Fire.
And then you can thank me later.
Yeah, I was thinking Wendigo. Okay.
Wendigo's not bad either, yeah.
Yeah, Wendigo type stag for him to ride in on, you know?
Yeah. You know, I was going Mononoke with like the horns and all that stuff, like Spirit of the Forest kind of shit. But
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing yet, guys, because it's my world. I'm a
Concept is your concept.
I'm obviously crazy, so
Put him on a motor.
Legit, I don't know what I'm doing either all the time, man. Seriously.
Look at crotch rocket.
whoa.
Yeah, Kawasaki 9000.
Who remembers that movie that was Fast and the Furious but with motorcycles?
Oh yeah, dude.
Biker Boys.
With no, not Biker Boys, the other one with Ice Cube.
Yeah, what's the name of the movie? Oh god.
Because my car was in that movie. That was the first time the third generation Eclipse got featured with the body kit. Like in the beginning of the movie, that's what he races. That's on his bike when he's going to the little bar. I was like, yes, third gen Eclipse. Brian, what's that?
I said what?
It was Torque.
Torque.
It was Torque.
Yeah.
Torque.
I just in my own mouth. It felt weird.
It was helping me get that one fast.
You guys are hurting nobody but yourselves.
Nah, Torque was good. Lawrence Fishburne.
That's
Lawrence Fishburne. Larry, I'll have you know, is his name.
Oh, Jon Snow, the guy who played Jon Snow. Kate Blanchett. What his name?
You're not talking Torque. You're not talking Torque.
It's
Torque.
Torque.
No, you're talking Torque. Yeah, that's Borderlands stickers, Julio, that I had made a long time ago.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
Explosions.
Yo, I like Torque weaponry because they explode.
You throw them and
Yeah.
they explode. And you reload it magically.
I mean, Kit Harington has that look in Pompeii and in Game of Thrones. Outside of that, that dude looks weird as shit. Like he really does. Like you
Imagine him without the long wavy hair. Then he looks bizarre.
Have you seen him without it? Like he looks weird.
Yo, do you have a
What?
I forgot the manufacturer that it is in Borderlands. Which ones are there? There's Jacobs, there's Maliwan, Hyperion, Torg,
and Torg. Torg, Tedior, Bandit, Malawan, Hyperion, Doll, and
Doll. I forgot Doll.
Yeah, Doll is always the
Military type.
first firing one.
Nah. Oh, some good weapons there. I'm sorry, we talking Borderlands there.
Here's a goofy picture of me from a bazillion years ago.
It's so many.
That you,
Yeah, that's me. It's fucking me.
That's not you.
Look how much hair I have. You got the antithesis of that. Antithesis of that right now. Yeah, I have I do the Malawan SMG and the Torg shotgun. Well, sort of. It's like the flacker with the Hyperion stock. But I've been working on some other parts, or I have been for about 3 or 4 years now. Fast in production. They're big. It takes a long time. And it's expensive, and nobody is buying them. So why the fuck would I make them?
For your own personal collection.
Listen, look, listen. I have a lot in my collection already.
I am definitely getting Ghost of Tsushima.
It's Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Yeah.
Tsushima.
Yeah.
It's like
Tsushima. Yeah, exactly. It's like the Ma of
Tsushima.
sushi.
I'm getting the ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima.
It is. Yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful game. Beautiful. Just the art style, the Kurosawa mode, essentially.
Kurosawa.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Look, listen, Pabs. I don't want to hear about this game because I'm never gonna play it.
Yes,
You're gonna play it.
You're
You're gonna play
it, Brian.
Bloodborne with us. You have to play
gonna
Bloodborne. You gotta play Bloodborne.
Yeah, and before we came on, there were talks of getting Brian a PlayStation. Hey,
I'm not
everyone,
gonna play it. You guys are crazy.
we're gonna get you on GoFundMe.
I have a PlayStation 2 right there. That's all I need.
Yo, you're 2 generations behind.
These 3.
Someone say that. Right
Oh yeah, 3 now.
Someone
We got
say
5.
that I'm 1 generation ahead. One would say.
Getting on there like
How am I
hotcakes.
supposed to play Final Fantasy Tactics? Ultimately, the best game that was ever made for PlayStation. Ever.
You play that on PSP.
Unbridled.
You can't carry it around in your pocket now.
So you're trying to tell me that I need to buy yet another piece of technology that I don't need. It's probably going to break because I'll break it because I break everything.
Pick up the PSP. Play Final Fantasy Tactics: War of the Lions.
Ooh.
And again, once
you gotta
again,
play Crisis Core too.
Once
Sony
again,
not going to get my money.
once again, you can thank me later.
Yo, a
I have
PSP is like
all of my
$20 right now.
All my memories.
What's
They're
that?
lovely.
A PSP is like $20 right now. It's not expensive at all.
I'm gonna need to buy like 10 of them because I know that I'm gonna break them shits on average of at least once a week.
They're pretty durable. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're
PSP.
pretty doable. Yeah. No.
You haven't hung around with me on regular.
I haven't seen you break anything.
It's spectacular.
You can play some Monster Hunter on it.
Original Monster Hunter Freedom.
Original Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter Freedom.
I don't even play Monster Hunter World, and I
World
have
is so good.
World is
I
so
put, like,
good.
I honestly put like at least 30 or 40 hours into Monster Hunter World.
I fucking love Monster
I
Hunter
love
World.
it. Yeah. They're bringing out Alterion.
It's hard to play. It's hard to play solo. And
I have it if you want to play, and I got a high level dude.
Please get a PlayStation 4. Please. I will play with you. But
I
not
played
much.
I played Dark Souls for like 4 or 5 hours this morning. It was wonderful.
Felt good.
I've been playing the Division 2 on some, like, whenever I have free time, and it is a very, very scary contrast to the current situation going on outside.
Bro, Days Gone is phenomenal.
Well, we don't have zombies.
No, but
Right.
I'm saying like the interpersonal relationships between characters is phenomenal. The story is really good. Like the writing, everything's really nice. A lot of people didn't like it. I'm guessing it was the fetch quest type.
Yeah,
You know?
it's
But
like, hey, you gotta.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
really
is,
good.
yeah.
Surviving the horde and shit is really fun. Like trying to get away from them, trying to lock them into a barn and burn it down. Like it's wild.
Colleen's been playing Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs is fire too.
Yeah, she says
The
that that's
second one is amazing.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
fire.
Watch
Yeah.
Dogs 2. That's what she's been playing. She's been playing.
Oh,
too.
also, I finally
looking
won.
What?
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
I was going to say that I've been looking at Deep Rock Galactic.
Have you really? 'Cause if you're gonna pick it up, I'll pick it up.
I might do it, Julio. I'm thinking
If you-
about it. Colleen was talking about it.
A bunch of my
That's
friends
three.
got it.
That's a 3. That's a power trio right there.
A couple of my friends got it too. So they
Oh,
have more.
shit.
Yeah, they've
Hey,
been playing it
no, hey,
recently.
No, exactly. The more to play with all around, it's
Yeah.
fine.
On the-
I've been thinking about it. It's on sale.
I finally completely 100% finished Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
all-
all
Spider-Man.
three Platinum Spider-Man, all 3 DLCs, 100%, all
Good shit.
side quests, all collectibles.
That game's really great, man. Like,
Phenomenal game. What a great game.
most of the reason I bought a PlayStation 4 was just for the exclusives.
Yeah.
Like the
God of
exclusives are-
War,
yeah.
Spider-Man,
they're phenomenal. I
Days
still haven't
Gone.
I haven't ran through all the Uncharted's, but those are fucking cool
Oh,
too, man.
dude, please do, yes.
Yeah. Uncharted's
No,
really, really good.
Like,
Nope.
it,
Never
I
played
played-
an Uncharted.
I played the trilogy in 4, and it gave me that feeling of watching Indiana Jones for the first time.
Hey, that's
The very
dope.
first time I played.
Mine was
watched Indiana
Raiders. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I was like, this
Mhm.
is good. I like this.
It's free right now, I think, or it was.
Or it was last
yeah,
month.
it was.
in the
4 was free for a limited time. Yes.
Yeah, one day I'll get to it.
Nice.
The day I turn that PlayStation on is the day no one's gonna see me for like 7 months. I got all the games to play.
Dude,
Neo alone is gonna take me like 5 months.
Dude, I try to model for an hour. I try to play a video game for an hour. I try to model for an hour. I try to play a video game for an hour. I be video gaming for 4 or 5 hours and model for an hour. Like it happens, man. You get sucked in.
It's nice. It's nice to be able to get away from something to do something else. It gives you it gives you inspiration sometimes. Like,
yeah, true.
I'll totally play Dark Souls for like 3 or 4 hours once every like week and a half or week or two.
I felt the same way about I felt the same way about Bloodborne. Like that was a game I just kept coming back to. It was a constant comeback. I was a huge fan of Dark Souls for a good amount of time. Like I love Dark Souls.
That's the best thing for me. The best thing about Dark Souls isn't like the challenge, because it's not really challenging once you figure the game mechanics out. It's about the cooperativeness.
Yeah, it's like jolly cooperation.
Or playing with my boy John from Iowa back in the day, or playing with Dan, or playing with my buddy C over in Dusseldorf, Germany. He was in Dusseldorf, Germany. Now he's in Romania. Or playing with fucking what was his name? Wade up in
Dusseldorf.
Like all the dudes, just literally Dusseldorf.
See, I love Dark Souls, right? Because it swallows you into its world, like just absolutely.
And the playability, the variety.
Yeah,
maybe I'm gonna be a whatever. Whatever. Yeah, you kind of know what you're coming up against, but it all matters differently. So,
but the moment I popped Bloodborne in, something changed. Something snapped. I was like,
"Yo,
oh my goodness!"
When you play, you know how like you play Dark Souls and you have your tactics of, I'm gonna do this, that's gonna happen. Bloodborne's, I'm gonna go in and rip this fucking thing's head off. Like straight up, it's visceral. It's Dark Souls, but visceral as hell.
It's very what's the word for it? Kinetic.
Yeah,
very kinetic, and it makes you realize how slow Dark Souls is, how methodical it can be. Yeah, the fact that the Bloodborne to this day is still my top Souls game, I think says a lot about
Sekiro.
Sekiro is great. Don't get me wrong, Sekiro. I love Sekiro.
The difficulty in that game
is off the. But then you have that moment of like, that's how that works. That's how this game works. But Bloodborne is just the moment you pick it up until the moment you put it down, and like, what the hell did I just finish?
What did I just do?
Like the variance, the derivations between all of the outcomes and everything, like it's kind of cool.
Yeah, dude,
it's great. Man.
I mean, Dark Souls 3, whatever, you get like 3 outcomes.
Ultimately. A lot of people here talking about video games with us.
Yeah,
all right, let's read some of these comments.
Yo, if what Jay says is true, that's gonna be off the hook. I hope they get Kojima back for that.
I heard they were trying to buy Metal Gear from Konami.
Or Metal Gear Solid movie that's coming out.
Oh my God, no! Please God, no! Please God, no!
Oh, it's Kojima and the dude that directed Kong, like Skull Island Kong.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It could be really fucking good. It's Sony and Columbia. So, depending on how fucking dumb the money is, it could be good.
Dumb money.
Dumb money is the worst.
They're gonna bring back SOCOM? I used to play SOCOM.
There's a VR game for the PlayStation VR that reminds me a lot of SOCOM, but I can't remember what it's called right now. Firewall Team, I think is what it's called. It is very SOCOM, but with obviously you could think on your face.
Yeah, VR.
Yeah.
The Batman games too were good.
Shit, what was that? I played a couple of things on that VR for PlayStation. I played a level of some. I don't think it was like Call of Duty or something like that, but it was like flying some plane in space or some shit.
Eve Valkyrie.
Was that it?
It sounds like Eve Valkyrie. That is the most well-known like flying VR game out there. Like
for PlayStation.
It was like the benchmark test.
My buddy's place.
There's like games like there's the Arkham VR thing, which is really more of an interactive story than anything. But there's also Farscape, which is the most liberal feeling game on VR. And then you've got games like
dude, if they bring back Siphon Filter,
forget about it.
They bring back some what is this? The one for Xbox. with Sam Fisher.
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell. What? I like me some Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell's great.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell's great.
Yo, Z, you gotta play some video games, bro.
Eventually, bro.
1 hour. Just throw an hour into it.
I'm just waiting for that stupid desk. Got my own PlayStation. Got my 34-inch monitor, curved, right?
All right. Okay.
You.
All right. My bad.
Yeah, man. Look, he's got his bunk bed. He's ready. Okay.
He's ready.
The moment the
Mountain
desk
Dew.
comes in with the bunk bed, he's all set.
This morning, where it was like, "Oh, I play a lot of video games. That must mean you're really good." Like, nope, the cat is crying. It's like, no, I suck at games. I just play them for fun. Like, I don't care. It's fun, but eventually I'll get to it, man. It's just like I told Pabs, like I bought Sekiro, I bought Neo 2, I bought Ace
Neo 2.
I got Devil May Cry 5.
I got 5 as well.
Yeah, so I'm just like ready to play them. I just have to like you said, I have to find that hour in the day where I'm just like,
bro, I'm fucking smelling what you're stepping in so hard right now.
This saying does not exist anywhere except where Brian lives.
Dude, are you kidding me? I said this to my wife the other day. I was talking about this shit on Mechanism, and I said, I'm smelling what you're stepping in. And Colleen was like, he's never heard of that? And I was like, yeah, weird, right? Yeah.
What I'm putting down.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, like, obviously. Like, I smell what you're stepping in, like, you know? I'm over here doing my own thing, like, kind of like on the fly, and you're like, oh, I can smell that.
He's stepping in doo-doo.
In doo-doo.
I register, your obscure facts. If it were like, yeah, that's what it means, man. You guys,
I get it. I've never.
Are you sure? I'm gonna come flat to Chicago and just have a drink.
It'd be great. I'm ready.
No, tell me about it, please. Yeah, Z. So Devil May Cry 5, right? Looks really great. Pabs was selling it like a month ago on Mechanism.
Hell yeah, dude! Devil May Cry 5, the soundtrack, the visuals, the story, yeah, it's great.
I like when you start each mission, you can pick who you want to play through it as.
Yeah. Because usually, so there's no spoilers, but there's three characters that you can play as, and the story kind of chooses for you who you play as because it's very set in that way. But once you finish the game, you're able to choose who you play as in these sections, and it changes the way you play that section completely.
Yeah,
it's great.
Oh, okay.
Because Armored Core 2 had a sort of a similar setup where you could play through all of the missions and get a certain rating in them, and then go back and then replay them and get a certain other rating with a different mech if you want to. It just all benefited your profile. So, go back through. Oh, this is.
Also, if you guys haven't played it yet, please play the Wonderful 101.
Oh, dude, they just released it on Switch.
Yes. And PS4 and Steam, I believe. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, Handren, Armored Core. I'm that guy.
Armored Core is dope.
Armored Core, Another Dream.
Mecha was Armored Core at the arcades back in the day. Like everybody else was like, oh, I want to go play Mortal Kombat. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but let me go play some Armored Core. Like I would sit in that fucking simulator thing and just pump my construction because I wouldn't even go buy the coins. I would go to the construction sites and get the conduit box little pop outs.
Yeah.
Same size. And I would just be pumping them in there and playing Armored Core, man. That's what got me into mech.
Do you remember that game that came out for the original Xbox and you needed like the whole cockpit setup?
Steel Battalion.
Steel Battalion, dude. That was wild.
You will never guess who had that.
You definitely had that game.
I did have that, and it was great. Yeah, there was a function in that game where you could. So if you die permanently in the game. Like you have to start from the very beginning. So you have to press the eject button. There is a physical eject button that you have to press just before you die.
Yeah.
To save yourself. It was so good, dude. The foot pedals.
Know about what this is, like what we're talking about. It is literally something that is set up around you in like a front quadrant and the two side components that link together. Is there foot pedals, Pat?
There were foot pedals, yes.
There were foot pedals as well. Exactly. I thought there were. And this is all controls for you to be inside this like BattleTech style mecca.
Now you would think that some of those buttons were just fluff. They were not. Every
were
single button had a
windshield wiper?
function. Mhm. Check. It was so good, dude. Like
Yeah.
I it sucks. I left it in storage in the UK.
I like playing Gundam.
Uh,
No, you cannot.
No, you really cannot. Like there was so many things going on at once that you had to do. So you had a separate control for obviously movement. Then you had a separate control for aiming, separate control for shooting, because that's not all one thing.
Yeah.
And that's just everything. So if dust or mud gets into your visuals, you would have to use the windshield wipers. You would have to. Oh god, it's so good, man. Like you had to be very careful with how much boost you used because it could overheat everything. So then you would have to shut down one sector of your control panel while that thing cooled down. It was so good.
It was wild. I never had it, but I went to friends who had it, and I was like, "This is fucking dope."
It made you feel. Now,
like,
did you guys? Yeah, go ahead, Z. Go ahead, Z.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, did you guys know that they were remaking that control system for something else?
No.
Yeah, they are completely.
I've seen like the driving sims with like the reactive steering wheel that's like clipped into the thing and like the pedals and stuff. But like
no, this is they're remaking the Steel Battalion controller, but it's for a different game. I'm not sure what game it's for, but it's a lot more involved this time. Like it's way bigger and obviously more expensive. But I can't remember what game it was for. Now this was a couple years back. I don't know if they've released it for anything, but it's definitely out there.
That's kind of like how it is. I want to say it's called DCS. Like there's a combat simulator for like jets on like sea. Like my brother does it, and I want to get into it, but it's like insane. He built in the basement at my mom's house is an entire cockpit.
He built a simulator.
The whole
so slick
thing, everything, and like he'll be like we'll go over there, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm flying to Dubai. I've been on this ship for the last 19 hours."
Jesus.
I was like, it's legit. It's a real time, and you can also do like jet planes and stuff too. I think, and those like, dude, every single control is separate on that thing. And I was watching a video of an actual Navy pilot doing it, like a Hornet pilot. He was like, yeah, like crashing every fucking time. He was like, I'm a fucking fighter pilot. Like I can't do this shit.
I do this for real. It's like a tourist picking up Guitar Hero. Like, what the fuck is this?
Right. Exactly.
But it's cool though. I mean, it helps you become more like critical and like real deal, right? You got to eject before you jump out of this fucking thing, or else you're dead for good in the whole fucking game.
Yo, we going to Pab's house. We playing Steel Battalion.
No, dude, I don't have it anymore, man.
Oh man.
Well, so all of that stuff was back in the UK. I mean, like, everything is in storage at that point. Like I had
Notting Hill?
No, it was in Baker Street.
Baker Street, my bad. Here's my progress, guys.
Whoa.
Baker Street, my bad. Here's my progress.
My bad.
Right.
Well, because I think I'm done building for the night.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good
chunk. It's on camera, anyways. So got some parts on.
It's good stuff. I like that.
I don't want to go all the way either because most of this is going to be resin.
Yeah.
So,
you know what parts are swapped out? What parts are there?
Yet, I don't yet. I know the legs are. I know these parts are, or the cats, because they came broken. They came broken up on the top.
Oh shit!
What's broken? The resin?
Yeah. So June fixed it. Like he was like. So when I ordered it. Apparently, it was broken when Adam still had it in stock, and he was like, "Hey, the delay is, I'm gonna send him the new parts, and then he'll ship it out."
Okay, good.
But he sent me the broken parts with it, which I was able to fix.
Yeah,
actually, but it was awesome of him to be like, "I'm not sending you
a broken
part. Like we're gonna wait on it." That was
cool. Yeah, that's great because I spoke to Adam as well about the wound board because there's like a broken piece for that thing, and yeah, he was like, "Yeah, as soon as I get these back in, then we'll definitely figure it out."
Yeah, and that's kind of like the almost par for the course when it comes to that kind of stuff. As long as you check your parts when you get your kit.
Yeah. Look at this thing, man. It's just a rip right there. It's just ripped.
Move it back.
It's a thin part.
Yeah, and it's warped and it's
Sure.
I mean, it's easy enough to fix. It is absolutely easy enough to fix, but it's just easier to get another part.
Yeah. So, question, Pabs, like, tell me because you know my fin funnels for that Providence kit.
I'll be right back. I need some ice.
For the Providence kit bash are warped.
Yes.
Warp resin.
Okay, so Brian can probably tune in on this too because he knows exactly what I'm going to say here. So it depends on the piece. First of all, there's two main ways for me to do it. Is one with a heat gun or a hairdryer. The second one is with boiling water. So for example, this piece right here. Boop. So this guy was all warped right here, right? So this thing was not straight. It was all over the place. So what I did with this thing was I boiled some water down, then I dipped the piece that was the area that was warped, softened up the resin, and then laid it flat on a table, and then let it cool that way because it'll take a couple of seconds and it'll just solidify and we're all good to go. That's what I did for this guy. Now, if there's anything that needs fitting into something, for example, like the pipes on the Jagged Mirage I did a couple of weeks ago, that I would use the hairdryer heat gun and bend it into shape, make sure that it fits, and then let that solidify. And that's pretty much it for me. Like that's all I do.
I've done both. I've done hot water for mild things, and I use
nothing extreme for the boiling stuff.
Yeah,
right?
If you're trying to do something extreme or something focused, you want to use a heat source like a heat gun or a hairdryer. I did all the adjusting work on my Calamity kit with hairdryer. It wasn't anything super extreme, but it did need a fair amount of adjusting just because of the way that the casting house in Germany that did the work for Luca just produced the parts. There were some abnormalities. So there was, you get a part and it's kind of like this and you have to, make it back to normal. So yeah, but that was mostly just me focusing with the hairdryer, just focusing on a single point and just moving that around to get it to where you can get it to. And for me, when I was doing the work on that, it took several sessions to get things to stay because they're going to want to come back to where, so you have to kind of get it a little bit.
The only thing you have to be very careful about is when the broken part itself has little details, because those details will start to soften, and there's a good chance you might lose them if you heat it up too much or you use a heating element too much. So that's
I'm talking about thick casts too.
Yeah.
So I was talking about this thin shit. It takes no time at all. It's really easy. It's really delicate. You have to be careful with it. Stuff that I was dealing with is like a solid
big chunky
block of fucking resin that you're trying to re-torque back into frame.
Yeah.
So in it
are just
go ahead, Z. Yeah.
Are just warped V fin fin funnels. They're kind of just float a little bit, and
just
dip it in water and
not even. I would just hit them with a hairdryer and put them.
The hairdryer is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just hit them lightly and just put them on something like a ruler, like a steel ruler.
The only time I use I use the boiling water is if something is not straight, like if it's a piece that's slightly warped, like that piece, like the nose was just slightly off to the right, and I just needed to move it a little bit to the left, and so I just use a little bit of water and then just place it on a flat surface and let it take that shape.
Dealing with something that's also quite thin, right?
Yeah.
So you're focusing direct heat on all of those highs and lows and the thin material, you're gonna just it's just gonna go bye-bye. So the hot water is a smart maneuver, Pabs, because you have the ability to also, you're not just controlling it, but the water itself gives a buffer to it. It's not going to directly it's not gonna fucking punch it in the face like a hard dryer heat gun will.
Yeah, there's no kinetic energy to it. Essentially,
it's not even that. It's just the amount of focused anger, of the heat is right on. It's as opposed to warm water, which is a nice bath.
Yeah,
just
more or less
getting everything happy, just moving everything together, getting it all happy. But that heat gun, it's the worst is the lighter. It's blowing. It's like a blowtorch.
Oh, geez,
piece of plastic. I've melted plastic with lighters. My first customs, I bent plastic with lighter. I used the wrong plastic. I used the wrong everything.
You guys want to see more of this chrome finish? Bam.
That's nice.
Yeah, God, that plastic looks so good, Pabs. That shine is beautiful.
Those are metal pieces now.
They're metal now, all right? There's no resin underneath this.
It's metal now.
Nice.
My PS name is Kid XVX.
Don't let him fool you. It's Chucho Baggins.
You like that name?
Chucho Baggins XX on either side. XX Chucho Baggins.
That's all right. You'll find me.
Yeah.
I'm on Xbox One. If those of you that still play Microsoft, I'm Acid Pillow. Not my fault. I didn't choose it, but it's aptly fitting.
Oh,
I was Be Ridiculous for the longest time because I am ridiculous and I am B. So, and I'm be like B.
You gonna put down that orange night, Babs?
I might, because I think the sooner I do it, the sooner it'll kill. So it might
True
be time. It's I get really sad when I do it though, because like every time I see this when I get a Chrome finish this nice, usually it's like, oh well, now I gotta cover it.
What was that Gaia note that you used on that?
This this is all clad.
Alclad, okay.
Yeah, this is all clad. It's regular Chrome, but
it was a different undercoat, right? It was a guy under.
I used a different gloss coat. So it was a Gaia Notes EX02 black, and then Gaia Notes EX03 super gloss.
Nice, very nice.
You gotta get that. You get that showing.
Like the difference between using a cast iron versus sous vide. Ah,
That's accurate. Like that's this is a different what's the word for it? Subject.
That's different because there are
yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
versus using cast iron. Because I use cast iron a lot.
I do too.
Right?
Manny uses that X thing that I just made fun of. I'm sorry, Manny.
So
XPRS. Yeah.
do I have Manny? Are you on?
He's on Xbox. He's got a game tag.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Hey, you know what? Next Tuesday. No.
Next Tuesday.
I was gonna say like instead of talking about movies and shit, next Tuesday I'm just gonna fucking find pictures of a bunch of builds that I've seen. I'm just gonna shit on them, just on screen.
Well, you know what? I was messing around with the thought of doing like an idea / critique
I am
episode.
not Acid Pillow 420. Oddly enough, no, I'm just Acid Pillow.
He's not 420.
So yeah, I was thinking about doing like one of those Saturday streams where people would submit their bills. Zach does something very similar.
Oh, it's a critique?
Yeah, like a critique episode, just to to have fun with it. Nothing too serious. Hopefully people don't get their feelings hurt.
That's what I want. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like I should do it too. That should be. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Gunpla Wars. Just send me your fucking pictures, and I'll tell you how shitty of a builder you are.
Can I join in on this?
We should do it like at a different show. Like send your pictures as best as you can, and we'll look at them. And from like, I'm not a expert. I would consider myself kind of a novice. You've got
amateur.
Yeah, amateur. You've got winners in their categories of what they do here. Coin check.
Coin check, motherfucker.
Are we doing coin checks now? Is that what we're doing?
Well, yeah. Like, let's look at. See, boom, there it is. We'll look at it.
Look at it.
Yeah, bam.
Recognition of excellence in Gunpla model building.
Excellence.
I can give you $100 that to bet that Freddie did not write that.
No. That's all. That's probably all Clem.
That's Clem or Angel. Anybody that's not Freddie.
That's not Freddie. Yo, Brian, you're gonna get one of these coins, bud.
You just have to make it out there or submit November.
Yeah, submit November too.
Coin eventually, Brian. Even if I have to make it out.
I'm doing a panel this year.
Oh, they actually do a panel? Because Freddie asked me after everybody chosen already.
Dude, he asked me and you. He's like, you guys still want panels? No, there's no more fucking panels. Like, why don't you ask Chris Babs if you can join his panel? I'm like, fuck you, bro.
Hey, hold on. I don't even. You know what? I actually made fun of Freddie saying I don't see my invite for a panel, Freddie.
No, but you have one.
I have. Who told you this?
Hey, Freddie.
Yeah, no, I've got a panel. I'm going to be doing one of the many things that I do because I do so many things. It doesn't matter ultimately.
We should do a mechanisms SCGMC episode. Could you imagine? On top of that, let's do a Bism episode, SCGMC special.
Yeah, that's what SCGMC is supposed to be anyway.
It really is. So Charles Dodge says, Pabs and others, if you want to title it to be a little more compassionate, I follow a mini painter on Twitch that calls the critique segment good to great. I agree with you. Like, we're not gonna call it your build is shit.
I'm gonna call it fuck your build.
We'll figure out we'll figure out a title for it. But yes, I will be kind, unlike a lot of these guys. But I will be kind. Just saying.
Yeah, no, the idea is like if you want to subject your build to some critique, whether you're a beginner or you consider yourself an expert, I mean, why not take a look at it?
Yeah, it could just be something like, hey, I want you to see my build, or not even that. Like, I want you to see my build, and I want to know what you think. Not even just because I want you to be, you want to be better, but just because you think you really like what you've done here and you want to show it to people.
Yeah,
like, yeah. Give you that.
Zach does this critique thing related to his Patreon, right?
Yes.
And I've been on I've submitted a model to every one of them except for last month's because I've been busy and I got a lot of shit going on.
Life is busy.
So his is related just directly to his Patreon. So if you are a member of the Patreon, you have the opportunity to submit a model or whatever for critique. There's only a handful of us that do it, really.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about is a similar sort of thing, but without like the not necessarily like saying Zach's gatekeeping, but without the restriction of having to be
without the Patreon part of it. Right. Yeah, so it's open to everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a novice or if you're an expert. If you like, well, I kind of want to just keep it to Gunpla because that's my corner.
Gunpla. Yeah, that's exactly. It's a Gunpla mecha model, something like that. You're not gonna like you got a Kotobuki kid or a fucking Max Factory kid or something like that because
and I'm not out here trying to go, I'm the best, so you guys can learn from the best. Right. It's just a way to kind of have everybody come together and be like, hey, let's check this guy's build out. What do you guys think?
Motivation for it is twofold. Like one, if I can help you in any way, I would love to.
Yeah.
Two, there are so many times when I'll look at someone's build, whether it's on IG or Facebook, and I'll want to say something, but I'm just like, I don't know how they're gonna take it.
Also, there's a huge number of awesome builders that deserve a little bit more exposure than they may not be getting.
Yeah, honestly, you're absolutely right.
So I mean, if that's a way for us to have the names out there and be like, hey, check this guy out, follow his builds, you might be inspired.
And Typhoon is not just for improvement, for like, hey, listen, that's fucking badass. Go check him out.
Yeah. Like, and then and again, it's
like trying and figure out what you did wrong with your kid or something like that. It's just be like showcasing your shit.
Yeah, it's both sides of the coin, man. Like it's both sides of the coin. It could be a great build, or it could be a good build. And here's what I think you could do to make it better. Like
I'm just gonna have people send me snap builds so I could tear it apart.
Yes, please no snap builds though, because I can't. It's hard. I mean, you got rid of the nubs, you got rid of stuff.
They might not have.
You might not have gotten the nubs.
Pabs, I have a Sinanju Stein that's just a snap build that I would submit to you that would probably make you be like, this is a really nice build. It's like Dara style with his Sinanju that he put in red Sinanju, but like
if you took a snap build and you did what you're supposed to do, and you're like, you put some water slides on it, you cleared.
Not even that, I polished every part to 4,000 fucking grit sandpaper.
It's super shiny, holy shit!
Super smooth sheen, just looks gorgeous. It just looks. I couldn't help but leave it on the desk for 4 months because it was like, I shouldn't not have it there. I need to have it in my life.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Fine. All right. Fine.
Jay,
let's.
I know you think, Jay, that's funny, but you think like a Haro is a perfectly round surface, and I bet you if you don't fucking even a straight build, if you don't clean that shit right, that thing's sticking out. That little nub mark is sticking the fuck out. So
the swirl or the remembrance of the mold line or whatever,
Yeah, I think let's do that. Maybe I'll do that this Saturday. I don't know,
we could do it another one. We could do something else aside from your regular Pab stream.
Else. We can do it on another day. Yeah, that's totally fine. I think this is a good idea. I think we just came up with something good.
Let's broaden our horizons, everybody.
Broaden them horizons.
Yeah,
Right.
Bullshit.
So for people who are watching currently, let's spread the word a little bit. Let's see if there is anybody who's interested in having their bills submitted.
Show if you don't have people that are willing to submit their work, right?
Yeah. I mean, there are people out there who don't follow us or know us. So and there might be people that you guys think would be
Are you
great.
kidding me? I thought I was famous.
Yeah. No,
I got 82,000 followers.
Yeah, Jason, trust me, I don't want it to turn into a road plot. Like I don't want that. I don't want people going, "Oh, those 4 dudes shit on people's stuff."
No.
I don't want that to happen.
That is not the goal.
It'll be professional critiques, professionally
I'm not
done.
gonna shit on anybody's work.
Like, yo, this looks like doo-doo.
That is fucked up. The only thing that looks like doodle is Kyle.
Kyle, this remind me of Kyle's face.
But if you critique, would that person cry? Mikhail says, "Yo, listen.
Well, I mean,
I ain't about the business. I ain't in the business of making people cry."
No, in the thing for submission, you got to let them know, like, please don't be personally hurt by any of this. We're just letting you know how this looks and how we think it can be better, maybe,
a lot of
or how we like it.
I don't know about Brian, but at least 75% of the people here have done judging for competitions, and we've had to do that. We've had to critique in a way that is not a personal thing.
In an expert category.
Brian, I don't know, man. Look, I'm talking about SCGMC.
Brian's judging.
I didn't judge at CGMC. I opted out of judging IPMS because I didn't want to have to go through all that stuff. But I've judged.
Okay, there you go. So 100% of the people here have judged, and it's hard. And it was a difficult job, but that is, I think,
it's never easy.
No, so I think it'll be an honest and
everybody cares about their shit as much as I think that I care about my shit. And I think that you care about your shit as much as I care about my shit. I care about my shit a lot, right? I see all of the things that you do because I've done all of the things that you are doing. And if I see things that I haven't done and I am flabbergasted, then by God, I appreciate it.
I care about your shit. I care about my shit. Let's care about our shit.
So
it's not going to be a roast. Honestly, it's not going to be a roast. It's an honest critique.
I want everybody to feel better about their work. I want everybody to work to what they want to achieve. Yeah. And if I think you, then I will. If I can't, then I will help you find someone that can help you.
Right.
Yeah, I think it needs to base itself upon honesty and no hostility. Because
an example here is like, Gundam Dax Dave at SCGMC entered in a perfect grade unicorn in the expert. And I knocked out some points for him, even though it was an amazing build. Like 2 days later, he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, man," and I didn't know him then. And he was like, "Listen, I know you judged my build. What did you find wrong with it?" And I was like, "Dude, the things that I found wrong with it were so fucking obvious.
Oh, he's gone. There you go.
You're gonna hate yourself."
Oh, he's back.
When I point out they were, and he was like, "What was it?" I'm like, literally the way the parts fit next to each other. Like on a unicorn, that's obvious. It's such a parts heavy armor. Like you look at it, you go, "Man, he just." And I'm like, it was like these 2 things that kind of knocked. And he looked at him, he goes, "Holy shit!" He's like, "I had no idea." He's like, "I didn't even," because you get into your build and you're like, "This looks badass, it's cool," and then you're putting it or you're putting it back together again for a competition. You don't notice it, but he was open about it. He was like, "Just tell me what was wrong," because I thought it was awesome. And
another really great example is you guys all know, hopefully you guys know Gary, your grandpa.
Yeah.
I miss Gary. He's working hard.
Stop working so hard, man. Come back and be a bum.
He's in a helicarrier or something.
But Gary, he was also in the expert category, even though he didn't really want to be.
He got moved there.
He got moved to the expert category, and his build was absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't seen it, it's his Psycho Zaku in like beautiful purple candy overcoat paint, on a beautiful infinity mirror stand, and it was great. It was beautiful, but obviously it didn't win. So he again, Z and I judged that category, and he asked us what was wrong? Like what was it that didn't get me to first place? And I mean, it was just like there were some parts of painting where it was very shoddy. like to put it in the most blunt way possible. And he didn't take that personally. He didn't take that in any way, shape, or form like a hostile comment. He took it as, okay, I need to see where I need to improve. Let's do that. And I mean, if you guys have seen the Sazabi, the thing looks phenomenal.
It's amazing. And listen, if you love your craft that much that some critique makes you cry, then that's okay. Like you're going back to that comment about crying, that is absolutely okay. It just shows passion. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I took my freaking Astaroth, like, which was 5 different Astaroths in one. I took it and it didn't even get a second look. Besides for initially when I put it down in beginner, they were like, dude, get the fuck out of here, move it up. But after that, it didn't get, and when I walked away, I was like, listen, had I done a little bit more, had I explained it a little bit better, I think people would have looked at it and said, really, that looks, because to everyone it looked like a kid out of the box that I just repainted, but it wasn't. Dude, right?
I fucking feel you on my.
I was walking away, I was like, all my friends have coins and I don't.
on my masquerade conversion for the fucking Goosey and Full City. When I made the Full City, it looked like it was like a Bandai masquerade. It looked like it was a straight built kit, just like plain old color scheme, nothing. And I didn't think about that shit because I put so much on the front end and do it on my end. But on the back end, people that walk up and be like, oh, look, they made a masquerade on my floor. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Brian just did his Mark Wahlberg impression, ladies and gentlemen.
He did. Oh, he put a little masquerade. Oh.
Yeah. Say hi to your Full City for me, okay?
Goddamn. I stayed up until 3 a.m. every day for 8 months working on this. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Edward,
let me get back to Edward. Edward, I don't think I've ever seen any of your builds.
So Edward,
would love.
Oh, you love them.
For me personally, I go through so many other people's builds. Like, it's hard to tell who's who's these days. Like, honestly, I go through so many.
On Hendren's comment here, which is a joke. If you want to go after Chris's heart, paint something purple. You have to play. If you're going to enter a competition, you absolutely have to play to the judges. You know what's going to catch their eye. That's what you build for. Just like how Tim talked about for SCGM, for GWBC. Like, they're all into this fantastical illusion type of shit right now.
New York City win last year was a fluke.
Well, look at it this way. I love purple builds, right? Gary's didn't win at SCGMC. Like, I gave him top marks. I not top marks. I gave him high marks, but he didn't win. A red and white Jester with parachutes won. So,
fuck fair. No, it can go either way, right? Either so you're gonna catch that judge's eye and they're gonna go after it hard, or they're just gonna go, it's beautiful, it's purple, it's candy, I like it, and they're gonna pass you through easily. But play to the judges, know the competition that's there, know who's judging. If you're really looking to get, but I don't think this is what we're talking about. We just want to be like, if you want to get a little, well, maybe it is. If you want to be at that level where you're like, I want to compete in a world stage.
Nope, there he goes again.
Sure, we'll critique it to that level. But if you're just like, do I do a good job painting? Or, sure, we'll help you with that too. Whatever it is. I mean, it's just what you want to make of it.
Critique is looking for in regards to their critique.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, I want to go put this shit on the world stage versus like, I'm a beginning Gundam modeler. Like, this is my whatever snap build, my panel line, my top coat, my whatever. What would you say? What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. Like, that's a good idea to have that kind of like maybe calculate a form or something that we should like, I don't know. I'm like,
it could form. Yeah, it could fall into like certain categories. Like, if you want,
because like the judge, not saying I say myself because like I'm fucking care about, like I'm important or anything. I'm not important, but like I care, but I'm not important. I should just so that it doesn't get like taken out of context,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I don't want to like somebody.
No, so depending on what you do, so Samazoa, like
that's Mikkel.
If I want to enter a local IPMS and go pick my plane there, and I want to win, yeah, I'm absolutely going to do some research. I'm going to see who the judges are. I want to see what kind of stuff. Go to small, different events and see what they're looking at, if there's something in common there between the winners. Like, hey, these guys are currently on a World War II kick, or right now they're looking at, modern Vietnam airplanes or sci-fi shit. Like that's what I'm gonna enter to hopefully sway some of their personal feelings into that. So you do have to, like, if you're trying to compete, you have to kind of look at that. I firmly believe in that.
Or even like a cross thing, right? Like if they're into like this aspect of the sci-fi, like mechanics and the shading and this and that, you can try and incorporate that into your or like not sci-fi, but they're dealing with World War II mechanics, shading, this detail. You can try and incorporate that into your sci-fi kit, kind of like bridge that gap, like what he is talking about in regards to what the judges are flavored towards.
Yeah,
like
and
what is the
back to planning your builds. What John Baez, I just watched his video he did last week that he did on planning, having a playbook for your build. If you don't know him, you should watch that video. You should follow him. That video, he breaks it down for like an hour straight about how to plan a build, whether you're going to do realistic, semi-realistic, or completely fantastical. It's a different approach. Like what Julio built for SEGMC, sky's the limit because that thing doesn't exist in any fucking universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're saying, okay, I'm going to build this Azabi, or let's say Grandpa, I'm going to build a Grandpa based off of what the Grandpa's going to look like in 2020 in Japan, then you build for that. Like it's going to have some issues with mechanics, right? Because the technology is not there, right? So you gotta really plan your build, and watch that video. I think it'll teach a lot of people to kind of think about what they're doing when they start building a model versus just, I'm going to snap it together and put it on a shelf and hopefully everybody fucking likes it.
Yeah.
Like perfect example is like the shit that was going on this past weekend. There was a dude talking mad shit and people were hitting like. It's like, are you blindly just hitting like because you're trying to get likes back, or you're just like not even paying attention, right?
Auto likers.
Yeah, just don't fall into that. And if that's what you want, that's fine. But if you want to put something on your shelf, you're like, people actually like this, and I'm proud of that. Like, then let people look at it, critique it, and plan that build. Again, if you're a custom or painter builder, whatever, if you just kind of build out of the box, enjoy the hobby for what that is, right?
I think we're onto something. I mean, I genuinely do. Like, I think
Mm-hmm.
this might be this will be either be really good to showcase some unknown talent, or not as well known talent.
Honestly, I feel like it's a good step towards, or it's a good start of a conversation towards like a broader, more focused and respectable future.
Yes,
Like,
I agree. I think
it's all ends of the spectrum.
So, Patrick Robertson asked, who do we send the pics to? We have no fucking idea yet. Like this, we're just throwing ideas out there right now.
This is the first idea.
Yeah, we'll make an email. We'll make an email alias.
Yeah, I mean, we could also do like a Google Forms or anything. Something
Yeah,
like that.
It's like we're
Gun for Science Leader 4,000.
there's like weird groups that we're grouping in a weird way. We'll work on it.
Yeah,
but we'll get back to come up with the logo and
it's all fabulous food.
Make a flyer for us to promote it.
Yeah,
throughout the world.
We'll figure it out, and then we'll distribute like info throughout the groups, and we'll talk to some of our buddies about it, and hopefully we'll get the word out somehow.
And the great thing about this is it's just starting. We can rotate us out. Like I don't have to be on it. Like you can say, okay, all the builds we got this week, Sean, you don't have that kind of you don't have that kind of experience. Let's pull someone who can judge this, right?
I mean, yeah. If somebody threw a worded build at me, like, oh, what the fuck am I doing with this thing? This is dirt. I don't want dirt.
Dirty.
It's dirty. What the fuck?
Come for you, Pappy. I come for you.
What is it? Hairspray? What the fuck?
Who did this? What is that? Why is the paint fucked up? It's not supposed to be fucked up.
It's not purple. I don't know what to do with this, man. No, for real. I think it's great because I
can taste that. Yeah, I can taste the weathering solution they use.
Cheetos? Is it Cheetos?
I think it's toothpaste.
Maybe you'd be surprised. You can do an awful lot with the skin from your fingers.
In all seriousness, though, I think we have such a broad range of talent That Z is right. We can just cycle people out, and if it is like one week where it's very focused on weathering, and 1 week is very focused on clean builds. Another one is focused on
potpourri. You can make us in a round robin and pull us through and blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great. And a
La.
lot of the shows, I feel like a lot of the shows that we do don't have a lot of structure, and I think that's it's great because it's fun. But like for this show, I think it'd be having that kind of structure where we can pull people in and out.
Start somewhere, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna get a serious chooch out of me.
Yeah.
Chucho serious.
Let me get
No, yes.
My friends and family, those of you wonderful people that have been staying with us this long and talking to us and having a good time, we must say adieu as we are over our allotment. Not that we
minutes.
want to step on our good friend Texas toes.
Is she on that?
She's running right.
She's running late?
She's definitely right now. So hopefully we'll see you guys over there in the chat. We're going to close this session of the Four Horsemen build stream that we built very little Four Horsemen stuff.
I did some stuff. I don't know about y'all.
The closer the peace sign is to your face, the more Asian you get.
I finally built something. I know, that's why I was like, so I bought a
Yeah, positive feedback.
I hate it. Oh yes.
Yeah. So thank you all. We love you all so much. Please do great things and ask us questions, all of us individually or all of us collectively, because we're all here together. So have a great night, and we'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Time to do drugs.